phone. Let me just see. I was saying I have to end it. Let me Google it. Shit, wait a minute. Sausage dog, isn't it? Why is it coming up with Dutch hound? Why is it coming up with that? Is that what they're called? Doesn't say anything. Oh my God, but I did read something about a pet sausage dog unalives a newborn baby in a cot while parents were asleep. What the hell? So, some are fine with cats, others not so much. I don't know. I suppose any dog can unalive a kitten.
You know what I mean? That he unalived him. He said that his dog did it. That's what he said. Oh, my dog unalived him, the little sausage dog. Fuck off.
What did he say when he rewind it?
That's what he said. Oh, my dog unalived him, the little sausage dog. Fuck off.
Yeah, but how many kittens did he have, guys? Because, I mean, the sausage dog wouldn't surely unalive all kittens. Four kittens. Very unlikely that a sausage dog would unalive 4 kittens. 5 kittens. So if he knows this information, if he knows what a sausage dog is like, because he should do if he's an owner of a sausage dog, why would he have them together? Why has he left the sausage dog and the kittens unattended, unsupervised? Why they left it? Yeah, could have been jealousy, but I don't know if that's the reason. Do we even know if he said this as to why he don't have his kittens? Because of his dog? Or is this just all hearsay? Who's saying box? You're not in the box, you need to request. Guys, if you want a box, can you put it in the comments, please? Tweedledee, do you know you're in the box?
That's my opinion. You know what I mean? The kitten should still be with the mother. That's where they should be. The kitten should still be with the mother. But he cannot show you them kittens. I promise you now, 100%, he cannot show you them kittens again. He can lie and say, oh yeah.
Hi, Angie.
Hello.
I have a sausage dog. And believe me, no sausage dog would do that.
Well, this is what I don't think. I think, they're hunting dogs, but so are Yorkies. And my Yorkie wouldn't unalive a kitten.
They'd be more protective.
I'm not saying it's never happened, but it's not common, really, is it?
No, I'm not saying it's not happened. It could. But I have a sausage dog, and she's amazing. And believe me, I don't believe for 1 minute a sausage dog would do that, but that's my opinion. I'm not saying it's not happened, but that's my opinion.
But what, all 6 kittens as well?
Yeah, exactly.
And the mother wouldn't, she would actually hurt that dog if she saw her babies being attacked. That cat would turn violent, and I'd probably put my money on that cat scratching that sausage dog.
Sausage
really
dogs are very loving, very yappy, very loving, and there's no way I believe that.
I think to me it's the mother. The mother would be going crazy and will be scratching that dog's eyes out.
Exactly.
So I don't think the sausage dog unalived him.
I'm not gonna lie. She's got she's older now. I'm not gonna lie, but as a puppy, she was very, very woof, 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 woof. Very temperament. Very aggressive towards people. But bearing in mind, she had a traumatic time. My daughter, her house was burgled with my 3 grandchildren in, and they abused that dog. And I believe that from that day, that dog has never been the same. But I can understand that. But also, no, they're not aggressive dogs.
No, they're not aggressive dogs. People keep saying they're hunting dogs, but so was my Yorkie a hunting dog. You know, he never, you know, wasn't aggressive in that way. Well,
no, they're not aggressive. They're only aggressive to people that they don't feel comfortable with.
I just don't think, like I said, the big one for me is that mother cat would let that happen without scratching that dog. I mean, a dog will always win against a cat, right? But however, that dog will come out with a lot
Believe
of
it or not, cats win all the time.
I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, because if that's a hunting dog, what they do is they get it behind the neck and they break.
My dog has had.
They shake it to death.
Yeah.
So that dog being a hunting dog, it would shake that to death. So
my dog has had 3 sets of puppies, and she was very protective, and not even we could go near her. You know, she just wanted to be left alone, see to the puppies, and that's it.
Yeah, but guys, I'm just saying, of course, any dog can turn, but I don't, unless that cat wasn't in the room, for whatever reason, that dog would come. That dog would be seriously hurt. However, yes, that dog would also unalive that cat.
I agree.
They would shake it to death, and that's what they do. That's how they hunt. They go.
I agree. But also, you got to remember, sausage dogs are very, very protective of their owners. Who's around.
At the end of the day, any dog can turn, you know, any dog can turn.
Yeah, I'm not dismissing that. I know that because my daughter nearly died 2 years ago. She got attacked by 2 German Shepherds, so I agree with that. But sausage dogs are very, very gentle unless they're pushed.
Who else wants the box? But yeah, guys, is there any confirmation that Dan actually said that his dog unalived these kittens, or is this just hearsay? Because we don't even know if this is true. He may have his kittens.
Hi, Angie.
Hiya.
My daughter's got a sausage dog, and when she brings her dash hound, my daughter brings her dash hound to my house, I have to lock my cats away because it basically just goes for them all the time. So I've got
they are aggressive.
I've got to lock my cats away.
Yeah, I do agree with that.
Yeah, but
we don't. There's like I said, there's no confirmation that it's even the cat. You know, dog did anything.
But I don't believe Dan would hurt the kittens either.
No, Dan would never do that.
No, I've never said that though. I'm just wondering if he's come on and said that the dog done something to the cats.
I just think Ricky and Tally are just reaching for.
Dan loves his animals.
It's just another argument. They just want the views, and to me, views are nothing.
He's posted in Discord. Now, I don't know whether this is true because the comments are a bit mixy. He posted in his Discord, Richmond unalived them. Could he be rage baiting? I mean, I don't know. And I don't know whether that's true.
Dash hounds can be quite aggressive because, like I said, I've got to lock my cats away.
Yeah. I agree.
Hiya. Jennifer, can I just check? Are sausage dogs aggressive or not? Because when you first came in the box, you said they're not aggressive, and then you just really agreed with that woman that they're aggressive, and everyone's really confused. No, and you weren't answering the comments.
Comment, actually, and no, they can be aggressive if they don't know you, but if you know them, they're the most loving dogs ever.
Right, but just so we can acknowledge that, so. You're saying they can be, so you take them back.
What it is, the yappy all the time. And I believe if they're yappy, they don't like someone. So all I'm saying is, they can be aggressive, but it's the people who they surround.
Yeah, I think everyone in the comments and myself were just really confused because you just said that they weren't, and then you just fully agreed with that.
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. But my girl is the most beautiful dog ever. But if she sees people, she yaps because she don't know them.
Angie, do you think maybe the best thing to do would be to speak to Dan? Because nobody knows the situation
Dan would be a good idea as well.
There's a message. This is in Discord, so I'm going to read it in a second.
But I personally don't think Dan would have done anything is.
They're the most beautiful dogs.
I'm going to jump down, so I only wanted to ask that. Thank you.
They're the most beautiful breed, honestly. They really are.
Well, I'm going to get back to my FYP.
They can be vicious, though. Dachshunds can be very vicious.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to get back to my FYP then, guys. And I'll speak to you in a bit. Thank you, everybody.
Yeah, back is not aggressive, but it comes across that way.
Yeah. Thank you. Right. So I don't know if you're able to see this here. Should we just flip it 1 second? It'd be easier. Not flip me. Flip this. Not flip me. Oh, I'll have to take that off. Okay, 1 sec. So you can see it better. It's a bit blurry there, isn't it? Wait a minute. Ugh. Look. There. I don't know if you can see that. I'll read it out anyway to you. Wrong way, so I've got this bloody mirror on. Give me a second. Now it's not letting me do it that way. God's sake. So it says here, this isn't easy to write and it's hard for Dan too. This was yesterday. Unfortunately, the day Deirdre died. Oh right, okay. Deirdre's one of the kittens, is she? And Dan was at the vet's. Cremation place. Richmond and Linda got into the living room by pushing the baby gate down. They end up unaliving the kittens. Oh, wow. There was no blood, so what Dan thinks happened was they went into shock and had heart attacks. Dan rang me minutes after, finding them with his cousin, Bertha. What the hell? Who's Bertha? Who had given him a lift to the vets with Deirdre. He was in absolutely bits. The reason for this message they can rubbish that Ricky is saying. Dan would never ever harm an animal. It was too much for him to handle after losing Deirdre, so it was easier for the story of they'd gone to his friends. I'm sorry if this is a distressing read for you all, but a lot has been going on behind the scenes that Dan had to handle. He shares so much of his life, but that day a line had to be drawn, and now it's been twisted. It's only fair the truth is heard. The kittens are in his garden under a lavender tree, and baby Pearl is doing remarkably well considering. So baby Pearl's the cat, the mother. So it is true then. So the dog unalived all 6, is it 5 or 6 of those kittens? Yeah, this is heartbreaking, you know. And once again, this is human error. And I'll tell you why. Because if you have not got a baby gate that's stable enough, then that is on you. That is your fault. Those dogs got through that baby gate. It's the same thing I hear over and over again when people put rabbits in the garden and a fox has got it. Oh, the fox opened the door. The fox cannot open locks. It's human error. Okay, so obviously this baby gate was not solid enough. This is it. We're not talking about a bloody Staffy or a goddamn huge dog. We're talking about a bloody sausage dog. So human error this as to why they got into this baby gate. I don't know. This is heartbreaking. You know, and my advice is if you've got kittens, maybe lock your dogs if you are going to the vet, you know, in a room that's very obviously what's that word? Aired, you know, with a window, not a window open, but it depends on it. You know, very airy. So there's air coming through with water. an animal can jump a baby gate. Yeah, these things happen, but yeah, a dog can jump it. They were in a room with the door shut originally. Well, they should have been in originally and with a door shut, because how did these dogs get with these kittens? And they must have been absolutely terrified. And for you to say, Dan, there's no blood there, what they've probably done is shaken them to death. They've shook them to death, because that's what a hunting dog does. So a hunting dog will get hold of a rabbit, for example, and they shake it. There's not going to be blood, and they break its neck. No, I'm just saying, the reason I'm telling you this, guys, because in here, she is saying that Dan reckons that the cats had heart attacks. They went into shock. No, cats don't go into shock that easily. No, all 6 cats have gone into shock. Come on. All 5 cats, how many it was. What, are you saying all 5 cats went into shock? No, they were shook to death. That's why there was no blood. That's what happened. Very heartbreaking. That's what Yorkies do. That's what a sausage dog do, and that's what all hunting dog does. Yeah, absolutely traumatizing for those poor kittens as well. Absolutely. Honestly.
He comes live, guys, tonight. He probably won't come live tonight.
Let me flip this camera around. But let me tell you guys, facts, these cats didn't die of a heart attack. They were shook. How can they what? Gingerbread, that's a different smiles. It's a troll. Yeah. But just remember, there's no accidents. Yeah. You know, if you're going to get a baby thing, just remember dogs can jump and get through it. If that dog got through it because they're saying he got through it, then that's it. That's your fault. You got a baby gate that wasn't secure enough, you know, to protect those kittens, and you went out and those dogs shook it to death, shook all 5 kittens to death. I can't believe he's saying it was a heart attack. Is he right? It's not a heart attack, for God's sake. Kittens don't go into shock like that easily. Not all 6 of them, anyway. The breed of the dog was a sausage dog. Guys, is that the same as a Dutch hound? A sausage dog, I'm not sure. Guys, and if you want the box, can you put it in the comments, please? Otherwise, I won't let you up because I don't know who's in and who's out. So it's the same. And let me show you just to prove it for anyone that wants to still go by that these kittens had a heart attack. I was talking about dogs. I'm talking about the kittens. I was talking about bloody the sausage dogs. One sec. Yeah, it says it just says here, a dog grabbing and shaking can cause it's not. Let me see, how do... Dutch Hound, is it a Dutch Hound? So it says Dutch hounds unalive small animals by biting them tightly and shaking them violently to break their neck. That's or spines. So that's what they haven't probably bitten, but they have shaken them. This lethal technique is an instinctual behaviour. Is that the right word? Hardwired into the breed from its history as an underground hunting hound. So that's what most dogs do with hunting, though. But one of my... obviously not. Obviously the mum... But how do you know the mum was there? Maybe the mum was outside or somewhere else. I don't know. Dutch Hound. Have I said that right? Dutch Hound? Yeah. But I can guarantee you they did not have a heart attack. Very unlikely all 6 had heart attacks. Very sad. Who else? Does anyone want the box? Because there's quite a few people waiting, but I don't know who's in and who's not. I didn't really associate sausage dogs as being aggressive, to be honest. But then you have a lot of dogs, small dogs that are hunting dogs, don't you? You got the, oh God, what's that dog? What's that one I'm thinking of? You got the Yorkies, they hunt, don't they? You got they can be quite aggressive. The Yorkies, to be fair, as well. I've seen him. He gets his toys and goes, and he just shakes it. Beagles, no, I'm not talking about the other one. The white ones, Jack Russells, that's it, yeah. They can also be aggressive. I mean, it's very unlikely that they're fatal to people. You know, I've never heard of a story of a little dog unaliving an animal. Not saying it can't happen because, you know, someone could, I suppose, bleed to death from a bit on their toe, I suppose. And other animals, yeah, of course, they can be, any animal could unalive, even a small animal, another animal, yeah. Jack Russell, yeah. I don't think it is how you bring an animal up. I'm not going to lie. I think, you know, you get nutty people, get nutty dogs, but even if they're not nutty, you know, animals, you can't stop it. Even if you do bring your animal up to not to growl, because if a dog feels they're in threat, they will go, they will snap, they may show their teeth. That's even just showing their teeth is a sign of aggression. You know, even if you do raise your dog not to do that, you know, that's a dog, it will just kick in immediately into the dog that this dog is a threat to me. You know, and you can never ever rely, you know, be safe around a dog. I mean, like children and other animals, because you just don't know, you know. So, yeah. And, you know, I'm sick of people saying another thing is it's not the dog, it's the owner. I don't agree with that at all, you know, because like I said, you get nutty people, you get nutty dogs. And, you know, I have heard it many times, and this is just an excuse that dog owners use. Mainly big dog owners that use this excuse. They've got that kind of breed that's capable, you see, and they use this excuse. It's not the dog. It's not the dog. It's the owner. This is what they use. No, I don't agree, because I've heard many cases of a dog where it has been brought up correctly. It hasn't been taught aggression. A family pet that's turned, that's snapped. It happens. So, and I'm sick of that, people using that all the time. And I think the problem is, and people say it's always the small dogs. These are always big dog owners that say it. So always the small dogs, but no, the difference is with a small dog and a big dog is a small dog is very unlikely, or it's not capable of analysing a person. A big dog is. I'm not saying a small dog won't, like, children or babies, but it's not common. Yeah, big dogs do more damage. Yeah, but you get these dog owners, they just use this excuse, don't they? It's not, a lot of the time sometimes it is the owner, how they do raise a dog. If a dog's abused, it's going to be aggressive, and sometimes it is, but not always. Pit bulls, I'm sick of people using this excuse. I got a pit bull, he's lovely, he's soft. Yeah, I'm sure he is, but he's still capable, and I watched this documentary of this, and he was an expert. So these pit bull owners seem to know more than the actual experts of pit bulls. And anyway, he was saying, this guy who's very experienced with pit bulls, because they are banned in this country, aren't they, for a reason? Because he said it doesn't matter how you raise a pit bull, it doesn't matter how you train a pit bull, they can snap, because it's how they're bred. And he said there's something not right with their brains. And they said because of that reason, they can just snap and turn on their own goddamn owner. And I have heard of pit bulls. They have been SDAB'd. They've been thrown out of windows. I know it's terrible, don't get me wrong, but they have been all of this, and they will still keep fighting. They will still keep fighting. Crazy, isn't it? And they are the one dog that analyses the majority, in America, because we don't have them here, do we? Is those dogs, pit bulls. And people keep saying, but pit bulls don't hurt people here. They're banned. You know what I mean? They're horror dogs. They're the dog that analyses the most of the pit in America. Pit bulls, yeah. They're the strength on them. And just remember, your dog could look safe and be, but however they can turn. Never ever leave them alone with a child. Yeah. You do have them here, because some people disguise them as staffies. And some people, sometimes it's hard to tell the difference between a staffy and a pit bull. I'm not saying any dog should be put down, don't get me wrong, but I'm just saying they do need to be definitely muzzled and on a lead, and never be in a room with children. Because, like I said, well, I haven't said it, the expert of pit bulls have said it, never leave these dogs alone with a child. Yeah. People want the box, but who's in the box, guys? Can people tell me? Because I don't know who's in and who's out. Let me see. Guys, put in the comments. And you know what's really bloody sad is staffies, because these staffies are used as bait, and dog fighting is disgusting, terrible. Hello. See, no one's in the box. Don't, guys, unless you put it in the box, in the commentary on the box, you're not getting in. Somebody just said they want the box, 1 sec. Sheehan?
Hey, I don't know, is it with my sound working? I'm at work.
Oh, there you are, yeah, we can hear you.
So the thing with dash hounds is, I see it all the time because I work in rescue. So a lot of people see a dash hound and think it's a cute handbag dog, when actually this dog was built to be a hunter. It is a ratting dog. It was built to unalive rats. It is a high prey dog. So I mean, when a high prey dog sees a little fluffy animal, their brain is going to kick in to their natural instincts. So
Aren't they just like any other normal little dog? Because most dogs are bred for hunting, are they not?
No, so you've got your different categories. That's why you've got like your working dogs, which are your collies and stuff like that. Then you have your you got your collies for like that, and then all dogs were bred for a purpose. Like Jack Russells were built for hunting. Frenchies and stuff, they actually weren't. They're like they were like bred for the Chinese bred them for another reason, but each dog has a purpose, and that's why it was made. So for sausage dogs, they go into the hunting category, so that's why it doesn't matter if they're used to being cats. You could have a dog that's been with a cat for years, and then suddenly that prey instinct clicks in, and it can be day and night. There's actually a syndrome that happens when some people have a huge dog and a little dog, and they can live for years, and then suddenly the light switch goes on, and that big dog, for some reason, even though it's been living with that little dog, because it has that prey instincts, it kicks in. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So do you agree that these kittens were shook?
It could be a possibility. I mean, the fact that there's no blood, it could have been shooked. There's lots of possibilities. I mean, the fact that I wouldn't say they would have unalived from shock, because if
they're hunting dogs, that's what these dogs do. They shake it.
And I mean, sometimes they can if they get really scared, but I mean, if the mother should have been there to protect them in that sense.
Can I ask you guys a question? When a dog is unalived at home, do you need to call a vet or not, or do you just
you have no responsibility? There's no law or guidelines to make
say that you have to.
Yeah, it's unfortunate, but yeah.
No, so you can just bury it in the garden.
Yeah, exactly. It's like many people don't realise, and we had someone.
No, I know there's nothing the vet can do. I don't know if you kind of just have to, I don't know, register. I suppose you don't have to register it. It sounds silly, doesn't it? Register an animal's death.
Sometimes people do it out of like morals, but again, you don't have to. So it's just, I mean, it's like
it's illegal to bury them in your garden in Scotland.
It's not. Oh, I don't know about Scotland's regulations. I only know the English regulations.
What if you move? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know that with it's like some people kick off. We've been contacted because a farmer's trigger warning has poo-pooed their dog when it's old, but they're allowed to do that because it's humanely done. And it sounds bad, but like, you know, it's what happens.
Someone just said, why didn't their dog unalive the cat? Because first of all, the cat will probably scratch the dog's eyes out, right? But however, the kittens are small. They're like rats, aren't they?
Do we know how old the kittens were?
I think they were very young.
Because when the kittens get to a certain age, the mother will prioritise her self-well-being. So if they were attacked and she saw that there wasn't a good ending, she will abandon the kittens for her own safety.
Very sad. That cat must be very upset, you know, very sad, because, you know, they were babies still, you know, and she was still, you know, what's that word? You know, what's that word? I don't know what that word is. What's that word? She was still blank what? Blank something.
So maternal, I don't know.
Weaning them, yes. Is that weaning them?
Yeah. So when depending, because from 5 weeks they can stop weaning, like they can go off the milk. So it just depends, because some wean quicker than others.
Hi, Charlie.
Hi, Ange. People are going on about dachshunds and how they unalive badgers and stuff like that. My friend on here, Jez, who does wildlife with badgers and foxes at night, she goes and feeds them. She has 4 dogs, 2 collies and a dachshund, and I'm not quite sure what the other one is. But all of her dogs don't go anywhere near the badgers. They don't go anywhere near the foxes at all.
Charlie, I wouldn't promote that. It's illegal. I wouldn't say that you're
it's not illegal. Badgers are a protected species.
Yeah, you can't hunt for foxes and badgers. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so who's hunting for the foxes and badgers?
Okay, I've misheard what you said. I thought you said that they were hunting them.
No, people are saying in the chat they're bred for, they're breed unknown for years ago. And that's what I'm saying. Well, it can't be, because I've got a friend that goes out regularly every night, and she's got one group of badgers. There's like 18 of them, and they're like one of them actually tries to sit on her lap.
You wouldn't set a dachshund on them. They're for
I just think it's down to the actual owner and not the actual dog.
No, they were created for going into rabbit holes and that.
I had Yorkies, and they were bred for hunting, same as the Dutch Hound, and they never bloody hunted fucking nothing. Well, thank God.
Well, I've got 3 dogs myself, Ange. I've got 3 dogs myself. They were scared of their own
goddamn shadow. I think if they saw a rat, they would be scared and run the other way.
I've got 3 dogs myself, which I've had all from puppies. I've got a collie, a Springer Spaniel, and a Husky. My 3 dogs are trained on wildlife. They don't hassle any other dog. They just want to do their own thing, and that's it.
I suppose if you live in the countryside where there's a lot of, because I live in the city, when you live in the countryside, you're going to have loads of rabbits, rats, and all those kind of things, aren't you? So that dog is probably more likely a hunting dog, where their instincts have kicked in. Where my dogs lived in the city, so you didn't really see, even though there's rats, but you don't really see them, or rabbits. You don't see all the wildlife like you would in that, in the countryside. But maybe there's more in the,
We don't really know why. There's no, they've been looking into it behavioural wise, because it's like lurchers. Some lurchers can actually be around cats and stuff and soft, and they never have that instinct, whereas some do have that instinct. It's just, some of them have that drive and then some of them don't. It's peculiar. You would think they would all have it, but not every single dog has that instinct.
Yeah, my cockapoo would chase after them but never hurt them. Yeah, my dog was a bit like that. He would never hurt. He's never hurt. Although he did have a mouse in his mouth once. I had a mouse in the house, and it looked so sad. And I was trying to get it to get it out, and I think I went out to try and get something, or to see a neighbour if they can get it out, something like that. And I came back, and it had bloody legs coming out of its bloody mouth, and thought it was a game. He unalived the bloody thing. I felt really bad because it's a little baby mouse.
I've got to drop, Ange, because I've got someone in to see to, but thank you for letting me up.
Thank you. Never told him off, because it's nature, isn't it?
Thanks, Ange.
All right, Charlie. Does anyone else want in the box, guys? Lady Di. Wait. Hey, Lady Di.
Hi, Ange, you all right?
Yeah, you all right?
Yeah. Yesterday when I was on my dog walk with my little dog, a dog, and she looked just like a collie. Collie flew right past me at a speed, and I thought, oh, that's fast. Next thing, the dog sat itself down like it was hunting for something. Anyway, the owner's come up, and I said, I'm seriously impressed. I said, have you trained that dog? And he said,
sorry, Di. Yeah.
He said, no, we've not trained this dog. She just does it simply off instinct. What she was doing was surrounding like the owners, or it was Angie to see it, and she said she treats them like sheep. Yeah. Like, do you know what I mean? So dogs do have different instincts, and I was so impressed, Ange, with this dog. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Bit boring, really.
Oh, thank you, Di. Box, please, Emma. 1 sec. Where are you, Emma?
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Can I just say, you're all going on about the dog. Personally, Dan gets that mashed out of his head on live every night. He's a very aggressive person. He wouldn't even know what he's doing from day to day.
Yeah, like I said, I do think it's human error, because if
you're telling me that he hasn't gone out for 6 weeks. And the dogs have got one opportunity to get them. It just doesn't make sense.
I just think a baby door should be, strong enough, so they don't get out.
I just don't personally think it's a dog. It doesn't make sense.
I don't think it would hurt the animals, me personally, but like I said, you don't know who anybody is on this app. You know what I mean? I'm not saying he is, but he does. I don't know. I think he loves those animals.
Yeah, but the things that come out of his mouth,
Then you can
he's a
kind of
very
tell.
aggressive person.
Yeah, he said vile things, but I still think he loves them. You know, you can tell the way he picks them up, and you know what I mean.
Well, he needs to get his story more straight because it doesn't make sense. But I'm going to drop now anyway. Thank you, Angie.
Yeah. Well, listen, all I know is I can guarantee you they didn't have a heart attack. Not all 6 cats. They were shook to death. If that's
Exactly.
okay.
Not all 6 cats would die at once.
No, not from shock. No.
Yeah,
I think they got shook definitely because they're hunting
Bye, Angie.
dogs.
Thank you.
Hunting dogs. That's how they unalive their prey. Hello, Lucita. She's not here. Does anyone else want the box, guys? Anybody else? Anyone else? Okay, we'll move on. Yeah. Okay. Guys, mods, just put someone in if you've got the box power. Vibing Zoe, do you want in? Jojo, want in? 1 sec. Zoe. Okay. Anybody else? Where's she gone? Jojo, I put you in. I don't know where you are. And vibing with Zoe.
Hi, Angie. I've got a dachshund, and I totally disagree with some of the things because I've got a French hair dachshund and 2 cats. Yeah. Now I'd never leave them all together anyway. I don't whatsoever. But they are yappy dogs. They're not snappy dogs, but it is in their nature, like you say, is to hunt. If that was me personally and I had kittens, I would have the dogs downstairs because they need to go to the toilet and whatever. And then the kittens should have been upstairs.
Yeah.
In a room.
Definitely should be in different rooms. I would never trust a baby door or a baby gate ever.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. Even now, like, my cats are like 2 and my dachshund's 1, and she winds the cats up. Do you know what I mean? And I have to tell her, no, it's not happening, and she gets in trouble for it.
When another animal is unalive, just remember there's no such thing as bloody accidents.
Exactly. There isn't. So why wasn't the dogs put downstairs so they can go in and out and do whatever, and the kitten should have been upstairs in his bedroom or wherever? Do you know what I mean? I just think it's wrong. It's not nice, and I think that it is his fault. It is his fault. And that night when it's supposed to have happened, he was in CA's box at stupid o'clock. I woke up.
Really? Or the same day that he is.
Yeah.
What was he like? What was he talking about?
He was intoxicated, Angie, but he won't have me, will they? Do you know what I mean? So, you know what he's like. Everybody knows what Dan's like. He was intoxicated. He was drinking and whatever. You could tell. So, yeah, it's his own fault, and I think it's awful, and it's heartbreaking because they didn't deserve that, them poor kittens. Absolutely not.
He was in my box. Was it my box? I can't bloody remember.
No.
Honestly, I can't remember. But however, I don't think, what people were saying that he unalived his kittens. I don't think that.
I don't think he did.
I still think it's human error. He should have got a tougher to do. But however, I don't think he unalived his animals, no.
I don't think he did it. But because he's too busy doing whatever he does, he makes out, I don't do anything. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. And them kittens should have been upstairs, safe and sound. You can go on live upstairs. Do you know what I mean? You can go on live downstairs. It's just wrong. It's heartbreaking. It's a heartbreaking situation. And he should be accountable for this, in my opinion. But okay, I'm going to jump out, Angie, and let you keep going. Thank you.
Thank you. I lost my thought. I was going to say something, actually, and I've forgotten. Box, please. Who's this? Kelly, 1 sec. Guys, if you want the box, put it in my comments, please. Otherwise, I won't put you in. Kelly, you're not in the box. Can you request? Let me request you.
Sorry, that was my fault. I've got a German Shepherd cross Rottweiler rescue. where I live, because I live in the country, at the back of my garden, which is quite long, my neighbours behind had got chickens but had not secured them properly. They had not, and that was their fault. I always go out the back with my dog because there's dogs either side of me and she's quite big. And one of the chickens got into my garden. She went not to attack, but she grabbed hold of it and ragged the hell out of it. I obviously shouted for her to stop, got her in the house. The chicken was fine, by the way, luckily, because I was thinking it was a pet and I was getting all upset. They've got one really big dog and little Jack Russells. A week later, the Jack Russells, which is obviously what they are for, that's what they were. They got in there and actually unalived 2 of their chickens. Obviously, they then secured the animals, which luckily they did, because I was worried, obviously, every time she went out the back garden then, because I didn't want her to hurt another animal. I've got 2 cats and a dog, and I wouldn't dream that. But again, if they're secured properly, then they wouldn't have got hurt, which is the same with the kittens, I would have said.
Yeah, because a lot of majority of people say, oh, bloody foxes are a pest, they're a nuisance, they got into the rabbit coop. But no, that's your error, because foxes cannot unlock doors.
No.
You haven't got a cage that's secure enough.
Especially where I am, because we're in the middle of nowhere, so it does happen. But if they're not secured down right, and if you've got little baby kittens, and because he's got more than one dog, hasn't he?
Yeah.
So even more so, you would think, and that's all 3 of his, or however many dogs he's got, are made for that. Or are brought.
No, I don't think the rabbit should be in hutches either. Hutches.
Hutches, yeah. No, I get what you mean. Okie doke. I'll drop down, but thanks. Thank
Hi,
you.
Dorothy. We'll get back onto the FYP in a minute. Hi, Dorothy.
Hi, Angie. I'm just, it's first time on here, so I'm a little bit nervous. I've got 3 dachshunds, a cocker spaniel, 4 cats. My house is a madhouse. And my dachshund, she had 3 puppies the other month. And I swear to God, these dachshunds are the absolutely loveliest dogs ever. The dad was so soft with babies. I didn't have to worry about them. The cats used to go into there. There was no problem. You know, I do think on Dan's part, there was definitely an error. I have baby gates everywhere. They've never once got through them. So I really don't see what's happened here, but I'm absolutely devastated for these babies. I'm shaking as well. I do apologise. I'm shaking.
Oh, no, that's okay. Don't be silly. It's fine. Yeah. I know. And I do agree with you on that one.
Yeah, cats. I mean, you know, I've got 4 cats and they're absolutely, I go out, I leave them in the rooms together. I've never come back. There's never been a problem. I think my cats...
I wonder if these dogs got out before. Because surely they would have got out before then, because it's a bit of a coincidence they happened to get out when Dan's gone out to the vet.
Yeah.
He's not there. So I find that really odd. So they must have got out before. Well, surely wouldn't be the first time. And why when he's at the vet? You know, they could have done it at any time.
There's definitely something a little bit, I don't know, a little bit iffy about it. You know, like when I used to go out...
I don't think he's done anything to the cats, don't get me wrong, but I'm just wondering, like I said, he should have secured it, because I assume they must have got out before.
Was the dog found in the room with the cats when he came back, or because I've just come into this and obviously heard what's been going on, so I've seen you read the statement, but
yeah, he might have accidentally left the door open.
Right, okay.
I don't know though.
Obviously, I was thinking if the dog wasn't in the room when he came back, if there was if they weren't secure and they've just got in, then obviously it is the dog. But if it was secure and the dog was in there, it's a bit crazy, isn't it? You know, maybe could the kittens have had any virus that they've all died? Because I know up to a certain age that they can be quite. Up to a certain age, it can be quite. What's the word? They can pick up viruses pretty quick. So if they've got no markings on them, I'm not trying to excuse Dan, absolutely bloody not. You know, if it is the bloody dog, then it's his fault 100%. But I know with the puppies, I was told up until a certain age, I had to be really careful with them and then picking up any type of virus because they can catch them really quick. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. I just thought I'd come and give my little point of view and say that I've got dash hounds, and I'm seeing this woman who's saying dash hounds are, you know, they are hunting dogs. They do go in the rabbit holes and chase them out and that. But from what I've seen of dash hounds, I've never seen aggression from any dash
Guys, we're not
hounds.
speculating. He put something out, his mod put something out on Discord that his dog unalived these kittens.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so I'm just replying to the comments.
And has Dan come up and spoke about it?
No. So we will come to him. Let me know when he's live, guys, and we'll all come to him.
Okay, well, thanks for having me.
Thank you, Dorothy. Al, are you in the box? Yeah, no problems.
Thank you so much.
Al, are you in the box? No, she's not. Okay, right, we're going to carry on. Oh, sorry, Malik, I have to just kick all the boxes out. So we're going to move on from this now, guys. Yeah, very sad. Right, let's talk about AB. What's he talking about here? Right, have I got it on this bloody mirror thing? Nope, no, that's on it. That's better. AB has a message for TD saying CA is using him and saying she is dangerous.
She's sponging off every community. She did it with me. She did it with other platforms. Right? I don't give a fuck. You make your own mind. I couldn't give two fucks. She will fucking drop you when she siphons you. Because at the end of the day, you offer nothing for her. You are nothing. Your platform is the only thing that's got to keep her going. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but to be fair, I think CA has more viewers. It gets more viewers than Dan. You know, so I don't agree with that. I don't think CA is using Dan. That is something I don't think. You know, yeah, does that also make sense when she has more viewers when she goes live?
She does not give two fucks. She doesn't stand on anything, because why would she be friends with you going live every night?
And it wouldn't make sense for her to clout chase either of him because of, you know, let's face it, he says some very crazy shit on TikTok. So it wouldn't make sense for her platform to be friends with Dan, you know, with everything he has said. So no, I don't think she's clout chasing off him. I don't know what the reason is. I don't know, maybe that's the only person she's got on TikTok at the moment.
Saying, I stand for women, when what you said to her, said that she should get beaten up more in DV relationship, hopefully go back into it and all this mad stuff, what you were saying to her. So, why would she be your friend? It makes no sense, none of it. Like, open your eyes to her. This woman is dangerous, and you, Ricochet, I don't know what you are, spawn of Satan, ain't you a father? And you're allowing all these lies to be put on my name, madness lies as well. And you're sitting there. Just goes to show, innit? Just goes to show what you're all about, innit? But you know what?
How can he be a father? That's crazy. He works, doesn't he? So he works, and then he does live at 12 to 4 in the morning. So he must get up quite late. I don't know. Does he work part-time? I mean, I don't even know how he does it, to be honest with you. He goes to work and then gets into CA's box for 4 hours. Dan is live.
At a later date. And like I said to you, I didn't want it ever to come to this.
Oh.
I was happy to get on with my life.
We'll get back to that, guys, because I want to cam to Dan. Give us a second.
You behind the curtain.
That was funny, that hide and seek. I don't see him live, guys. What account is he on? He's not live, guys. Why are you sitting there saying he's live when he's not? Why are you saying he's live when he's not? They lying. Can we block all the people that said that he's live when he's not live, please?
Are you behind the curtains?
Obviously trolling me. Just get them out. Yeah, block them. Where are you gone? Let me see. Dan, tickle the pickle. Why are you saying Dan is live? Is it because you're out? Out? Well, I have no lies around here. Trying to disrupt my FYP. He is. I don't see him live. No, I'm not camping anyone but Dan. If Dan doesn't want to go live, then we don't hear what he has to say, his evidence. Because if he's in someone's box, I'm not camping that woman. Because she had apparently a lot to say about me. She's had a lot to say about me, so sorry, love, I won't be camping you. There you go. All right, let's go back to Dan. Alex.
I'm better than men, right?
Yeah, she had a lot to say about me. Absolutely not.
Until they seen what they needed to see.
Paddle duck, Pearl supporter.
So I think that should be, the eye opener for certain people.
Apparently she was slagging me off yesterday.
But don't lie on my name. Don't make up mad things. All I'm gonna say is, moving forward, keep you chat waffle, Jake. You're on a fucking profile picture of a cartoon.
Who's he live with? I'll cam to it. Is he live or not? We're in someone's box and I'll cam to it. But that paddle one, no. I am in my with the Sarah. If you're slagging me off, why would I cam to you? I'm not going to give you the bloody clout. Then I'm not cam toing her. Sorry, that's that.
Kid you twat. Anyway, but what I'm going to say is, right, it's just weird mentality. Honestly, weird mentality. Yeah, and in due course we'll see what happens anyway, I'll own up to my stuff in life, Stace. I'll own up. I'm the person that will always own up in my life with.
Listen, that woman, I'm not talking about Rubber Duck, that woman, yeah? Please don't put it in my comments, has been slagging me off, so please don't put it and give it the clout from my platform. Right, if Dan wants to go into her box, he's entitled to that, but we will not hear his truth if he's in there, because I will not cam to that woman.
And said, you know what, I don't agree, I shouldn't have done this,
If you want to go and you can.
I'm not going to have lies made up, ever. Mad lies as well, like last night was
right,
like,
out you go, out. Now you're blocked. Don't ever advertise anyone's in my platform, love. They need to go and get their own clout. Okay.
Accused of rape, never once have I ever been accused of that. Like, and you all sit in that person's live, right, and say, yeah, that's acceptable. So all the women that have probably gone through that in their life, right, are sitting in them.
She says she'll report me. I don't want to cam to her. And you know what, Dan? I'm not going to cam to you either for just even getting her into a box and who you associate with. Out. No. So we're going to just speculate, and we're going to stay speculating about that.
Oh, really? Believe
Don't give a shit that she's going to copyright me. Do you think I'd sit there giving her the clout? Absolutely goddamn not. No.
Yeah, she said it last night, saying I was accused of rape. Never once have I ever been accused of that, even remotely, even someone that's even said it in jest or an argument or stuff.
Right, you're blocked. Susan, you're out. Just don't advertise anyone on my platform again. You stay blocked. All right, don't message me. You want to be unblocked. Goodbye. I don't care enough. I'm not that interested, to be honest with you. I'm going to go with what I think, and I think the dog's got out and shook the kittens to death. That is it, because he's left the door open, or the dog's jumped over and it wasn't secure enough, and that's what I'm going to go with.
But you're sitting there and you're thinking to yourself, you know what I mean? Did you see Mikey Blackman? Yeah, I've seen him. He's been doing it a while, Martin. But you sit there and you think it's unacceptable, and
and that Puddle Duck has a cheek to say she's going to copyright me. I assume, Puddle Duck, you will not be watching me, cam-toing me, or playing my videos. One of my mods, go and just check what video she's got on there. Copyright if there's any videos of me, and make sure she's on the list of copyright. So do not cam-to me, Puddle Duck, ever, and do not ever play my videos.
It's coming, mate. Because I know someone that's got a screen recording of you. I got sent a message last night. You're done on the app as well. You know what I mean? So, we'll in due course, like, I'll have my day, I'll have my time on this app with you all. But until that time,
Well, maybe didn't jump over it. Okay, so maybe got through the bars.
We'll see.
Well, it was open. Listen, he said they got through the bars or something. So it wasn't secure enough. Either way, probably accidentally left the gate open. Who knows? But however, I don't think he's unalive those kittens. I don't think that of Dan. I don't think he's But listen, I don't know if he's a huge animal lover like I am. I don't know that, but you know, does seem to have a lot of affection to the animals that he has.
She accused Luke the judge of being his mum's abuser. This is what I mean. You'll all sit there, right, and think it's acceptable because you dislike for people. Because you've got a dislike for me, you are sitting with that person. And even like I seen a post today by Toxic Dan, putting a Canadian flag and a British flag and a wolf with a green wolf. I'm just going to be honest with you, Dan. I'll tell you straight how it is. She is using you. She's sponging off every community. She did it with me. She did it with other platforms.
Is that repeating? It's not, is it?
I couldn't give two fucks. She will fucking drop you when she siphons
Thank you, Laura. Yes, get your heart
because
moving.
at the end of the day, you offer nothing for her. You are nothing.
Big up, everyone. We're popular number 3. Thank you.
Do you know what I mean? Like,
thank you so much.
She does not give two fucks. She doesn't stand on anything because why would she be friends?
And I agree with Alex here. She does. She does do that. She will drag who she does not like. If she likes you, she'll probably defend you. If she doesn't, she'll probably drag you. But this is TikTok. This is the majority of people, including the community, the people in the comments, your mods. I've had many mods that have left me. I've seen the light when they actually got kicked, and sat with me, agreeing me for about a year. Then for them to then leave, get their own platform and say, I've seen the light. That's just bullshit. It's people that just wanted a platform and agreed with everything I said because they just wanted to monetize off me. And I just thought if they did not agree, I'd not put them in the box anymore. And if I didn't put them in the box anymore, they will not build up their platform and be able to then go live on my community that I built. Yeah, so, and that's it, and everyone does it. Yeah, all of them, even the viewers. I'm seeing the light. Yeah, because that person's blocked you, they've got something to say about you, you're falling out with them. You go straight into the haters live and you've got so much to say. The reason why I get more stick from people, and the reason why I've given majority of people platforms, the reason why more people go live from my platform is because I'm live all the time. Where these people go live for 3 hours. Alex doesn't really put people on boxes, and I'm going to start doing the same thing from now on. Randoms, that is fine, apart from my mods obviously, but randoms can come in the box. Once they have their say, they leave the box, and I'm not going to be putting the same people in over and over again. That I'm not going to do. So if you want to get a platform, you go elsewhere from now on. So yeah, that's how it's going to be. That's how it's going to be. But yeah, Alex saying this is about C8. Everyone's like that. I mean, he might be, but he probably is a bit like that as well. Thank you, Laura. Like someone, he's going to always defend them. Does not like someone, he's going to drag them. Everyone is like that. I feel like I'm repeating. I think it's that bloody Prosecco. I've only had a glass.
In live every night saying, I stand for women, when what you said to her? So that she should get beaten up more in DV relationship.
This is repeating, isn't it? Is this repeating? Can someone tell me if this is repeating? I talk too much, and this is the problem. I think it is it. Yes, it is. Yeah. Listen. Nothing shocks me on this app anymore. It really doesn't. And nothing. I don't believe anything anymore. Unless you come with facts and receipts, don't make accusations. Don't come out with the shit you're coming out with. And listen, you won't hear me ever doing that. When have I come out with some accusation? I always come with receipts, always. And there's one thing. I reckon I'm the only platform on here that's not biased. I'm the only platform. Thank you, Pat. I will sit here and, like I said, I've called Dan out, but yet then I'll go battle him. I can call him out, but does not mean I have to walk away from someone. Yeah, I will call out, let me think, who have I called out? That I sit with Zach. I've called out Zach many times and I'll battle him. You know what I mean? Because at the end of the day, I have no friends on here. This is my job. And I'm not going to sit here and say, I'm not going to talk on you because you're my friend. No, I will talk on you because you need to separate business with your friendships. You need to if you want to succeed on TikTok. I think Pearl example, I think she's made a mistake with the people that she's going with because they're her friends, and because I feel like a rant coming on. Because they're her friends, I think they're going to be a downfall because they don't really have content. They're not funny, they're not out there, they're not controversial, they're just pretty dull. And I do they're her friends, so of course she's going to go with her friends, but she needs to separate her friends from business and say, you know what, this isn't working for my business, going out with these people that are dull, it's not working, it's not great content, I'm not getting the views from it. So however, I'm going to pick different people and not pick those people and go up with people that are going to give me some content. And that's what I would do. Like, you know, I'm not friends with Zach. I'm not friends with Corey. Corey would tell you that. We're civil. I'm not friends with Millen. I'm not friends with Tori. And Tori did a hate live on me. She still has to apologise for that as well. Torian, share the life to Torian. It's just made me mad. And, you know, and I don't like these. I'm not keen on these people. You know, they're not my friends. But, however, I've got my business head on. And all I'm thinking of is, well, what would be good content? Who am I going to also have fun with? Because there's no point me going out with someone that's dull. That's not going to give any content. So, you know, you got to just put your business. I don't even know why I'm talking about this, guys. I mean, we're gone from talking about Alex to talking about I don't know. Friends don't drop friends like that, though, Angie. But all the drama, what I'm saying is you're not dropping your friends. You've got to put your business aside to your friendship. Your friendship's here, your business is here. You've got to get your business head on. This is your job. If you know, we can all. If that's the case, everyone you meet, you could be friends with. So you're gonna never have an FYP because you're too scared of talking about certain situations. You don't have to drag someone to have an opinion and to call someone out and say this is wrong, like what Miss Red did. You know, Luke should have called it out more and said, listen, this is wrong, this is not okay, you know, and then moved on. But the thing is, so, you know, now he's friends with Fraser, he's friends with, you know, now he's probably be friends with someone else next week, someone else then the week after. So his FYP is going to be just so biased that he can't talk about anybody, that the only people he's going to talk about is me and Zach, and that's boring because it's just repeat. So his job is going to just go down. You know, so you got to just really separate them to the two and say to your friends, look, we are friends on TikTok, but however, in the outside world, but however, this is my job. I need to talk on you and I need to have my opinions. Does not mean you need to drag them and say they're disgusting, the worst of the worst. But however, you can call someone out, and I call them out. This is probably why I don't have friends, to be honest, because people think I'm a flip-flop, because I could be friends, for example, Corey. Say me and Corey are friends, then tomorrow I could be sitting here calling him out for what he's done. And he will sit there having a go at me. But however, I will sit there saying, Corey, this is my job. I do the FYP. This is the reason I don't have friends on there. And you can't have friends on TikTok. You really can't, because it gets awkward, doesn't it? Because people are not going to like you calling them out. Yeah, but my job comes before any friendship, and let me tell you why. Because I can be friends with someone today and then fall out with them tomorrow, and next minute tomorrow they're slagging me off. So that was never a friend. I've had many people in my platform saying, I love you, Angie, I've got your back, you are brilliant, you're my best friend. Tomorrow they're slagging me off. You get what I'm saying? This is why I'll never have friends on there. Don't stop it, Levi. The only friends I have on here is my community. The only friends I have on here is my community. But once somebody goes live, they're in it for the money. And when I say that anyone can go live, this is a problem. When people go live, they get money, then they get greedy, then they want to slag you off for money. Yeah, then they want to do things for money, then they want to come to you for money. It just becomes greed. And I've been on there 6 years, I've never changed, but I feel the clique have changed. I feel it's become money. It's become all about money, competitions, you know, the sponsor, the raffle, the waffles, I should say, waffles, we have to call it. You know, it's not content, because you're doing content for money. You're not doing content because you want to put content out for your audience. No, you're doing content for money. I'm not doing it for money. I've been on it 6 years and I've never changed and become greedy and started thinking of the dosh, because now I'm going out on this next week. I don't have a sponsor. Now I will have a sponsor next month, but for this event, I don't. I'm paying it from my own pocket, drink, food. I was going to get paid for the hotel, but then I thought I'd just come home. But, you know, it's going to be an expensive night at central London. So I'm not doing it for that. I'm not getting paid. I'm doing it purely for content for my community. And I'll probably get the same money that I get here. I'm not going to get anything more. I probably won't. However, I've said, I might go on Kick because you do get more money on there. But what I'm saying, I'm not doing it for the money. But however, it makes sense to use Kick than TikTok because you'll make more money. Does that make sense? I'll probably make the same as probably what I'm getting. I don't know. But me doing content is for my community. Yeah, and to have a laugh and to do something different. Does that make sense what I'm saying? Because I feel like I don't want you to think I'm contradicting myself here. Make all the money. Listen, what I'm saying is, yes, we all want money. We all like money. Of course we do. But however, I'm not doing it for the money. However, if I had a choice of TikTok and Kick and I was going to make more money on Kick, of course I use Kick. You've got to remember, I'm not profiting from this content on the 24th because I'm paying probably more money than what I'm going to make. Make sense? More money goes on you on Kick. Yeah. Does it make sense what I'm saying? Jesus, take a breath. Piss off. I'm on one. Leave me alone. I've had a glass of Prosecco. But I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know whether I'm going to do TikTok or Kick. Whatever's easier for me to live stream, I think, because Kick, I don't know if it's easy because I don't know how to really bloody work Kick. All the comments kind of disappear and then I get kicked. I don't know. I'm not sure. We'll see. Yeah, maybe do both. I've got 6 people in the box. Who's in here? If you want the box, let me know in the comments. I feel like I'm not actually breathing right now. I feel like they've got no punctuation. I feel like I'm really on one. It must be that bloody Prosecco. Breathe, Angie, 1 sec. Okay. I told you I woke up this morning. I've had literally 3 hours. I haven't had a proper sleep for probably a week, to be fair. It's been sweat and been hot, and I woke up and I was all emotional. I was all over the place. I got angry, then I got upset, and then I was all these emotions, and I thought I'd go live, go and get something to eat, go for a bloody walk, and I'm still on one. And I don't know if it's my BPD, this whatever that is, and which I do say is debatable. I still state that, but however. Yeah, I don't know. Be afraid, be very afraid, absolutely. And a pillow for a while, Angie. You've got screamed. No. What do you mean? I don't know. We've gone from Alex to talking for me bloody waffling about some kind of shit. I don't even know what I've been talking about for the last 10 minutes. Oh, do the scream thing. I've got the window open. Someone might call the popo, thinking I'm being unalived or something. Right, let's get back to this video. I don't even know what this video was about now because we've gone from Alex to something completely different. But like I said, yeah, everyone does it, I think, and it's based on who you like and who you don't like. Oh. Trigger warning, filter slip. Yeah. What else we got?
Cousin Stu.
We'll play that afterwards. Ryan talks about Savannah, but everything they say reflects their own actions. What's this about?
You have got into her head. I've been on this app before her, babe, and I know exactly what she's saying.
That was brilliant. Frankie and Alex turning up. Well, I never saw anything. I know they were meant to do content. I thought Alex dropped out.
Let's get into her head. I'm an original TikToker.
You know what? The reason I don't really play Alphabet is because I find her boring. I think she talks too softly and it's hard to hear her. There's no oomph in her at all. I just don't. I do like her. Don't get me wrong. When I say I like her, I think she's harmless. Just my opinion. She don't get involved with my business or anything. But I do find her dull. So I don't think she has much of a personality. You know, and when on that come dine with me, that was proof in the pudding, you know. But listen, I have no issue with her. You want to see a transition? Listen, you've got to remember, she doesn't need to transition. I can't even fucking speak now. She doesn't need to. You've got, I keep saying this over and over again. I'm on repeat constantly. For a trans woman does not need to transition. I know it's called trans, like as in transition, but she does not need to have surgery or be on hormones. All she needs to do is live as a female daily. That is it. I keep telling these people. And then people sit there saying she's not trans because she hasn't had the surgery. But by law, she does not need to have surgery to be identified as a trans woman. That's the law. She started a transition. Oh, has she? What she had done then? She started taking hormones now. Oh, has she? That's transvestite. That's a word we don't use anymore. Transvestite apparently is offensive. So, so don't use that word. Transvestite is a cross-dresser. You're talking about a transsexual. A transsexual, I should say, has been replaced with transgender, and a transvestite has been replaced with a cross-dresser. Transgender is the correct word, absolutely. They got over 50k at the start of her TikTok career, huh? A drag queen is not a cross-dresser. A drag queen is an entertainer who dresses as a woman to entertain. So you have a transsexual, you don't use that word anymore, it's a transgender. Transvestite, you don't use that word anymore, it is a cross-dresser. And a drag queen is someone that wears female clothes to entertain. Anyway, I'm gonna have to forward. No, the toilet debate is Listen, whether you agree with it or not, you don't have to agree what a transgender means. You do not have to agree with it at all. It does not make you transphobic. But obviously, bullying someone or using a slur to call a trans woman then is transphobic. But you don't have to agree. You can say, I don't agree with a transgender. I don't agree with someone changing their X. SEX, you can have your opinions. It does not make you transphobic. You need to remember that as well. You don't have to agree with any of it. You don't have to agree that a gay couple should be married in a church. You don't have to agree either. It does not make you homophobic. But what makes you homophobic is if you're going to slur or bullying or targeting someone because of their gender. Rexer comes live. He mentions about CA doxing Talia's beloved. What does that? Nana? That's my dyslexia. Someone else would straight away say Nana. Nana, who has passed and who's feeding CA who's feeding the CA the information.
Today, to make matters even worse, knowing what Talia was going through, because I told everybody on live yesterday how she was feeling. What she did, she's given her another kit while Talia's down, and now putting a picture out there, which is a private picture of
Is that Italian? Oh, okay.
On a deceased grandmother, somebody who Talia was really, really close to. I've got no limits now. I've got anybody who mocks the same happens with Corey Wald. Like, me and Corey have sorted it out now, and I know Corey Wald loves his grandmother too. But don't forget, man, our police were sent to my mother's home with my mother passed. So my stepfather was unwell. When the day of the brother's funeral, do you know what I mean? That some people have got no limits.
I agree with that. People don't have limits, and it's a disgrace. And I'm a believer of karma, and I think people that do that are going to get their karma. I absolutely. Yeah, terrible.
Fucking hell, Canadian Angie makes Corey Ward look like fucking Mary Poppins.
But Rexha needs to remember, that's what makes CA dangerous. She lives in Canada. What are you going to do about it? I mean, I'm not saying Rexha goes to the police. I'm sure he doesn't. But however, if you do, you haven't got a case. She's in Canada. What are the police gonna do? You know what I mean? And that's what you need to remember. So that makes her a dangerous woman on this side of TikTok. So, you know, people need to stop giving her information, stop giving her this and this, bits and bobs, because the people do that for a reason, because they know she can dox whatever she wants and get away with it. So that makes her dangerous.
Disgusting. You know what I mean? The woman is fucking sick. She's not only triggered
because no one can do anything about
last
her.
year, and especially over the last couple of weeks with the mocking of our baby, and the other day laughing and singing "You prayed it away," telling you prayed it away.
They can pass to other countries. Listen, let me tell you, I can guarantee you, yeah, unless there's an unaliving or something serious, the police aren't going to do anything about her doxing over in the UK. Remember that dunce boy? You know, there were one that was unalived by someone in America. Well, there's a good example. If they're not going to do anything about her, they're definitely not going to do anything about someone on TikTok. You know, what are you going to do? Phones, hey, you know, what you can do? Phone the police stations here, say there's and someone in Canada. They wouldn't even investigate it.
Stuff about, you know what I mean, about the miscarriage. Now she's putting, I'm now saying today she's putting all her relatives out there.
Too much money.
Respond to and said, go on then, now she's gone even lower to trigger her and put a deceased grandmother out there.
Yeah, I think she does live in Canada. Yeah, I think she's using a VPN. Could TikTok not ban it for British TikTok? No, no. You can't get cancelled on it.
You know what I mean? Like, what are you trying to do? Like, it's not like me and Luke and everybody, because we don't give a fuck. She's going.
Just remember, also, if you have conversations with CA and, you know, and all that kind of thing, she's probably recording. She could be recording it. What are you going to do about it when she puts it on TikTok? You can't do nothing. What you can do for them, phone the popo, they're not going to do anything. You know what I mean? What you can do when she starts, you know, like looking for people's families, what you can do about it? Nothing. This makes her dangerous because she doesn't even live there. She lives in Canada. She can put whatever she wants out there about you, and you can't do a thing about it.
She's linked what she thinks is Talia. Toxic don't just as bad. Yeah, well, he's supporting that, isn't he, Jojo? He supports that. That little but don't worry about him. Don't worry about him. Please don't worry about that sausage any longer.
He's feeding her.
Yeah, he's feeding her.
Why do you think, guys, Dan and CA are friends? Because, you know, there was a time when she couldn't stand him and she wouldn't put him in the box. And she said she'll never, ever put him in the box. And now they seem quite, you know, close on here. Yeah, it could be because I don't have anyone else, yeah. Hi, Janet. Yeah, thank you, Granny. Yeah, let's get the heartbeats in. Thank you, guys. Yeah, it could be that.
The information is Dan. Dan's giving her the pictures.
The thing is, this is why I don't recruit, and this is where people go wrong, because they're stupid, especially the clique. They like to recruit my haters, but this is where their stupidity comes into it, because you're not hurting anyone else but yourself, because you're giving your community away, not mine. It's the same with hate gifting. I don't get it when people hate gift against me. That's your money, not mine, you know. And it's the same, and what happens is you recruit, right? So that person gets hold of your community because you're sitting in their box, you know, you're giving them the clout, blah, 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 blah. And then what happens? You fall out. They've already got half your community, haven't they? And then next minute they're slagging you off. This is why it doesn't make sense to me. And you'll see me never recruiting people. Never. Because it doesn't make sense, because I know that person does not like me. They just want to, a bit of my community, and then we fall out, and they've got so much to say about me. Yeah, the clique have made that mistake over and over again. They leech onto my haters, and then they've got so much to say about them when they build their platform up. Yeah. Yeah, look what happened the JN one. Listen, I'm not saying anything on her, I'm just saying, look what happened there. Miss Red was promoting her on her platform, pinning her, telling people, knowing I was cam 2ing, everyone follow JN, guys, everyone follow her, to get at me. And I was laughing my head off because I just knew what would happen. And then she did. Got a bit of a platform, you know. Then got, you know, some of her followers and got so much to say about her. Stupid. Yeah, they're just hurting themselves. No one else but themselves. It's your community, not mine, love.
And Dan's doing it all behind the scenes.
But they seem to think that it's hurting me. It's weird. Unless I'm spending my money or using my community, how is it hurting me? Honestly, there's people's mentality. I don't get it.
Elia's only friend on the proper friend on the app. Even Luke hasn't got that information. Dan, you fucking absolute wrong one, mate. And I'm not gonna.
Can you tell, babe? Can you tell?
Who thinks it's Dan that's been giving C8 information?
I will say, sorry guys. What I said to Talia is, listen, just defeat with kindness.
Yeah, but you know what? You say that I'm easy to wind up, but they actually do it. They do leech onto my haters. Oh, and they put them in the box. I've seen Miss Red do it. Come on, follow this person, let's go. And I just sit there thinking, but your community's following them. Well, not mine. How is it hurting me? I just don't get their logic. Hate gifting is the same, innit? I don't know. This is why I'll always be a businesswoman and they won't. Because I would never, ever in a million years leech onto their haters, ever. Because I know what will happen.
Please. And what she did is, guys, she's now posted more.
And remember, these haters don't like these people, like Miss Red and Luke. They've never liked them. It's like they're just using the situation. They would use them because they hate me. So they'll think, oh, this is a brilliant, and I'll go gift Miss Red, for example. One of my haters may gift Miss Red, like Jay ended, go and gift Miss Red. Because I know, can't stand the bitch, but I know I can get her community because she hates Angie. And I know that she'll promote me and put her in a box because she hates Angie. And it would just be to piss Angie off. And it doesn't piss me off. It's just stupid. It's too much. And I do look into stuff, Jamie. I think I do. I'm a thinker. My brain's always ticking. Absolutely. I can wake up and think of what someone had done to me 10 years ago. I tell you no lies.
Pictures of her grandmother, which she's never done before, just to show you guys how much she loved the grandmother. And she's also reversed it, do you know what I mean? Took it away from negativity to positivity. So she's took the hate and the evil, what Canadian Angie's done, and put pictures up for you to see of her grandmother. She's killed it with kindness, that's what it is. But this is toxic, Dan. And now today, to make matters even worse, knowing what Talia was going
That's
through.
another thing, people talking on the unalived and doxing. It's crazy, isn't it, honestly? But like I said, my advice to Rickster and Talia and all of them, listen, it's their platform, they can do what they want, but it's just, my advice would be not to give her oxygen, because she'll just get worse and worse and worse. And remember, she's in Canada, there's nothing you can do about it, yeah. What else we got? Rex says TD is the worst and Jeffrey Dahmer. Oh, I was talking about Jeffrey Dahmer earlier. And says he's an animal unaliver.
You're fucking wrong. Jeffrey Dahmer, you know what I mean? But then again, even he didn't unalive animals. He loved animals, didn't he?
Jeffrey Dahmer, from what I remember, he tortured animals. Most serial unalivers start with animals, and that's a fact. Majority of them. His father was he actually butchered animals, and he showed his son at a very early age. And I think, my opinion, that affected him. And then he grew up to abuse animals. I don't know, what did his father do? Was he a hunter? I can't remember. What is a taxidermy? What is that? I don't even know if I'm saying that correct. What is it? Road unalive. He used to stuff road. Yeah, right. That's what. Okay, he used to stuff road KILL, didn't he? Right. Yeah. So Jeffrey Dahmer saw that as a child, and people think that had an effect on him. Yeah, because he had a good childhood, as from what I think. I think he had a good childhood, didn't he? It started with that, and then he started to abuse animals, and then obviously it went on to people. Yeah, he unalived animals, Jeffrey Dahmer. Yeah, like most serial unalivers.
Fucking hell, I don't think how you doing, Louise? I don't think fucking Jeffrey Dahmer's got shit on that fucking lunatic. I bet loads of shit have come out of the
Oh, he abused a lot of animals, Rickster, Jeffrey Dahmer. He unalived many. Tortured them. Sicko.
I bet loads of fucking shit have come out about him.
His mum was horrible. Oh, right. Oh, really?
You'd have to look into the background, Chess, you know what I mean? You'd have to get somebody to look into it. That's my day off, to be fair.
You know what? This is the thing about these documentaries. They make you feel sorry. They make you feel sorry for the unalive, and we've got to remember what this man did. You know, and I think it's sick that they do that. I was watching a documentary once, and this guy had it was I think was it called the Craigslist Unaliver? I started feeling sorry for him. Now, he unalived a woman, but it was an accident, wasn't it? You know, I think he accidentally unalived her. Anyway, when I say accidentally, I think it's something that went wrong. Oh, I don't know. Can't remember. But he was in jail when he unalived himself in a most horrific way. And then it went back to when he met this woman, his girlfriend, like a love story. And it's like, why do they do that? Because it's like this man unalived someone. He deserved to be in jail, but here you are. Here's this not documentary, it was a film. Here's this film making people feel sorry for this man that's just unalived himself in jail. The same with Jeffrey Dahmer. I can't remember. I didn't watch it all, guys, because that's just too disturbing. I couldn't watch it. I watched bits and pieces of that film. But with Jeffrey Dahmer, so you're saying that you felt sorry for him. And I think I remember watching the end with his father. Something to do with his father, because his father couldn't understand why he did what he did, and I think he hugged him. I can't remember, guys, I can't remember. So yeah, once again, they've made you feel sorry for the victim, and I think it's sick that they're doing that, because this man unalived people, and he abused animals. No one should be feeling sorry for him, and no film should be making him the victim, because he is no victim. There was an interview. And he even said that he was asked, if you got out again, would you do it again? You know what he said? Yes. He said, I would. I'm not safe to be let out. So as if he wanted to be stopped, but he couldn't stop, but he wanted someone to stop him. Yeah. Netflix has a way of doing that. It's not Netflix, it's the people that make the film, isn't it? So no one should be bloody feeling sorry for this man ever. But once again, they've made you feel that way. What's that about? You mean you're so big, I'm stinky and smelly. No one cares.
Because I'm fucking absolutely fucking raging about these absolute dodgy stuff. You know what I mean? Saturdays are the only day that I fucking get to get some stuff done. You know me, guys. I never really come live on a Saturday. Sunday to Friday, isn't it? And all you guys sitting out there, you fuckers, viewers 225 and 187 in here, that means there's 50 of you fucking lunatics watching me from the outside. Do you know that, guys? You're probably even the toxics. You are fucking toxic if you support that scumbag. Ask him to show your kittens, go on. If any of you are animal lovers, say, Dan, show us your kittens, Rickster.
Well, he's already admitted, Rickster, that, he said his dog got his kittens. So, he won't be showing his kittens.
Said that they've all gone. They're all dead. Go on, show you. Big up, Jojo. Show your kittens, Dan. Exactly, Leopard. Show your kittens, Daniel.
Let's do a poll. Now, what do you think of Dan? I know he says some vile things, but I know that he loves those animals. See, where he comes across, you don't know anyone really, do you? I mean, like I said earlier, Jeffrey Dahmer's neighbours probably thought he was a bloody nice guy. Do you know what I mean? So you don't know anybody on here. And but what do you think? Let's speculate. Do you think Dan is telling the truth? Happy face, yes. Sad face, no.
Go on, Toxic Dan, show your kittens. Put them on tonight.
Oh, you don't
show
think he's
all your kittens, mate.
So you don't think he's... What do you think's happened to the kittens then if he's not telling the truth? I think he is. I think something probably has happened in that house, but I don't think he did it. Interesting.
Drive round to your mates and proves they're not dead then. Go on, go drive to your friends tonight. Jump in an Uber if you've had a drink. Show everyone your kittens, you're wronging.
Ricky,
What?
tell him you're joking.
Show everyone you're fucking wronging.
I don't know. But however, I suppose it's the same with you guys. If I ever found that that's the case and he's done something to his kittens, I can't believe I'm even saying this because I just don't think he loves animals. He loves those dogs. He loves those cats. Yeah, but if that was the case, I'd drag him all over this app. But I don't think that's the case. I really don't. I don't know what that's. You know, the snow. What does that do to you? That wouldn't make you unalive anyone. It's not that kind of rug, is it? No, he loves those dogs and those cats. I just think he's... You know what I think with Dan? Because I think he... And listen, I'm not judging him, but I think, you know, he probably does take substances. You know, maybe a bit of alcohol. Not judging, but just saying. Probably was on something, woke up, maybe on a come down, and he maybe left the door open. Done, you know, that's what happens. You become irresponsible. You forget things, you do things wrong, you know, and I think that could have been the case because I don't believe when he happened to go to the vet that those dogs got out through the bars. How did they get out? It doesn't make sense because they're sausage dogs, so they're not going to. Thank you, Phil. So they're not going to jump, are they, up a bloody a baby gate? I think they said it was a baby gate. And if they've got out through the bars, that wouldn't have been the first time. They would have got out the bars before, and he would have known that. So I think he was just a bit irresponsible, you know. But you know, and he left the door open, or maybe I don't know. Yeah. The dogs have attacked their cats before. Like I said, irresponsible. Maybe he didn't even put the gate up. Don't know. His dog died this morning. No, he didn't. Stop it. They knocked the baby gate over. How do you knock a baby gate over? I mean, it should be secure. Dan's dog unalive this morning. How old was his dog? How old was it? He was old, wasn't he, his dog? 14, so he was an old boy. Was he put to sleep? My dog was 14 as well. That he took to the vets. Oh, that morning, not this morning. Oh, was it weeks ago? I didn't know that his dog passed weeks ago. I didn't know. I thought he was. I remember him saying that his dog was old, but he's died. I passed away 2 weeks ago. How did he pass away? Oh, for God's sake, Tim, he's just doing my head in, this guy. You know, I'm going to block you now because you're annoying.
Hello, sister. How are you?
Out. Just annoying. It's in his Discord.
Sad.
I'm going to play tally videos in a minute. Tries to explain the allegations against him to Miss Faye.
So basically, when I was 17, I was groomed by someone called Jordan Dash. I was put in a group chat by him. He was 19 years old.
I was going to ask how old he was.
At the time, and he was grooming children. I was put in that group chat, yeah, and I sent the voice notes to him. But
17 isn't a child, though. 17 isn't a child. 17 is an adult.
He fabricated stuff and he deleted a lot of stuff that he sent, and he then was exposed later on, and then he went, and lawyers say that he went to the police, but he never went to the police. So I went to the police, and what happened is they dropped it.
You know, 17 is a child. I was talking about when you're with someone. I don't know if I was talking about someone that's with someone that's 17. It is. Listen, 17 to me as a child is young, right? And you've just literally still a teenager. However, by law, you're an adult. Legally, you're an adult. Okay, so listen, anyone can be groomed, don't get me wrong, it's just she's put grooming a child. That's what the word she's put. 17 is not a child, but to me, it's pretty much a child. Yeah? 18 and as an adult. But you can get married at 17. I think it's 18, isn't it? I'm going to have to look. Wait a minute.
Sad.
Let me look. I think it is 18, isn't it? What age is an adult? I don't know what I'm talking about right now. I think it is 18. Doesn't bloody say, ain't it? What age are you legally? Does that make sense? An adult. 18, it is 18. Oh, here we go. It says age 60. Oh, here it gives you the ages. Leave IP off. It says here, age out. It said age 16, legally able to consent to actual leave school, work full time, and get married. So you can get married at 16 with parental consent in some areas. In Scotland, you also gain full legal to do it at 16, right? Age 17, eligible to hold provisional and full driving license for cars. Age 18, full legal adult, allowing you to vote, sign contracts, and blah, blah, blah. Right. So while 18 is the legal benchmark, adulthood is phased in. Here's how your rights. This is just rights and responsibility. In the UK, you become a legal adult on your 18th birthday. So I suppose if you go to court and you are 17, then you're considered a minor then. Have I got that correct? It just seems all messed up, doesn't it? Age 16, you can get married with consensual parental rights and shit. Just seems weird. So really, at 16, you could some could be marrying a 16-year-old, which is still considered a child, but legally not. It doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense, does it? So you're still a minor, but yet someone can, you can get married at 16 to an older man. It doesn't make sense to me, none of it.
I know.
So, I know I was wrong. I don't even know why I said 17 as an adult. It's 8, because I know it's 18. I don't know why 17 I said. I think I'm thinking of the getting married at 17 and that kind of thing. All right, let's move on then.
So basically, when I was 17, I was groomed. And what happened was they dropped it. They classed me as a minor and a victim of the situation because things were fabricated. I have proof of that as well.
But how did you get put in there? So when you was in the group chat, did you know the people of the age in the group chat or not? So you sent a voice note into that group chat when there were 10-year-olds in
So is 17 still classed as a minor? Because if you can get married at 16 to someone older, that doesn't make sense to me.
So basically, I sent a voice note to Jordan.
And Jordan put it into the group chat to try and make sure he was in there.
Yes.
But yet, it doesn't make sense.
I have proof of that. I have him listening to
So that minor can get married to someone that's a lot older. Okay, well, that makes sense.
Does it come from you or does it come from Jordan's account?
No, it comes from me.
How can Jordan put it in there if it comes from you?
So basically what he did, he fabricated a lot of stuff because he deleted the messages he sent in the group chat. So he sent so much, but he deleted so much.
Right, Alco, I know it's just crazy.
In the group chat before when it was just you and Jordan.
Jordan created the group chat.
Wait a minute, she trips herself up. I need to watch this and I'm bursting to go through the because I've zoned out a bit, guys, so we'll have to play it again. Give me a second, I need to go wee. It's all the bloody water. Goodness. Right. Where are we? Let's play this again, guys. Apparently she trips up.
He was the one that made the whole thing.
What, and then added 10-year-olds?
Forward it, rewind it, here we go.
So basically, when I was 17, I was groomed by someone called Jordan Dash. I was put in a group chat by him. He was 19 years old at the time, and he was grooming children. I was put in that group chat, yeah, and I sent the voice notes to him, but he fabricated stuff, and he deleted a lot of stuff that he sent. And he then was exposed later on, and then he went and lied to say that he went to the police, but he never went to the police. So I went to the police, and what happened was they dropped it. They classed me as a minor and a victim of the situation because things were fabricated. I have proof of that as well.
But how did you get put in there? So when you was in the group chat, did you know the people of the age in the group chat or not? And did you? Okay, so you sent a voice note into that group chat when there were 10-year-olds in there.
So basically,
wait a minute, I'm zoning out.
I have proof of that as well.
But how did you get put in there? So when you was in the group chat, did you know the people of the age in the group chat or not? And did you? Okay, so you sent a voice note into that group chat when there were 10-year-olds in there.
So basically, I sent a voice note to Jordan.
And Jordan put it into the group chat to try and make out he was in there?
Yes. I have proof of that. I have him listening to that as well.
But did it come from
What
you?
did you say? Why do I keep zoning out, man? It's a
And
voice.
Jordan put it into the group chat to try and make out. Okay, so you sent a voice note into that group chat when there were 10-year-olds in there.
Right.
So basically, I sent a voice note to Jordan.
And Jordan put it into the group chat to try and make out he was in there.
Yes. I have proof of that. I have him listening to that as well.
But does it come from you or does it come from Jordan's account?
No, it comes from me.
How can Jordan put it in there if it comes from you?
So basically what he did, he fabricated a lot of stuff because he deleted the messages he sent in the group chat. So he sent so much, but he deleted so much.
So who was in the group chat before when it was just you and Jordan?
Oh, Jordan created the group chat. So he was the one that made the whole thing.
What, and then added 10-year-olds into it?
Yeah, he did that, yeah.
What, after you had left the group chat?
No, before.
So there were 10-year-olds in there when you sent the messages?
Yes.
Right. So you said there wasn't at the start, so there was?
It wasn't confirmed, okay?
Okay, alright, okay. Well, you need to be honest about
I'm
that,
lost.
because otherwise if you keep doing that...
Are you lost? Because I'm lost. Wow. I feel like I have to listen to it again because I don't know if I'm kind of, because I can't remember exactly what happened and I don't know. I'm just zoning out. I'm not going to lie. I'm zoning out. So can we just, you're lost as well? Okay, it's not just me. Can we just rewind a bit as well? Just from here.
Police.
We'll have to.
So I went to the police, and what happened was they dropped it. They got
Wait a minute, I didn't remember. Wait, start again.
So basically, when I was 17, I was groomed by someone.
Right, she was groomed by this boy called Josh.
Dash. I was put in a group chat by him. He was 19 years old at the time, and he was grooming children. I was put in that group chat, yeah, and I sent the voice notes to him, but he fabricated stuff.
So she's saying she was put into this group chat by Jordan. Sorry, not Josh. For fuck's sake, Jordan. Right, and she said Jordan a voice note. That voice note ended up in the WhatsApp. Yeah.
He deleted a lot of stuff that he sent. And
wait a minute, I'm still lost. This is confusing.
Yeah, and I sent the voice notes to him, but he fabricated stuff and he deleted a lot of stuff that he sent. And he then was exposed later on, and then he went and lied to say that he went to the police, but he never went to the police.
Right, okay, I'm up to date.
I went to the police, and what happened was they dropped it. They classed me as a minor and a victim of the situation because things were fabricated. I have proof of that as well.
But how did you get put in there? So when you was in the group chat, did you know the people of the age in the group chat or not? And did you? Okay, so you sent a voice note into that group chat when there were 10-year-olds in there.
So basically, I sent a voice note to Jordan.
And Jordan put it into the group chat to try and make sure he was in there?
Yes.
So she's saying she wasn't in there? Is that what she's saying? She wasn't in there? Because he put a voice note in their WhatsApp to make people believe that she was in the WhatsApp chat. Is that correct what I'm saying? Because I'm getting lost. Is that correct, what I've just said? So she's saying she wasn't in that group chat and that he put a voice note in to make people believe she was in it. Is that correct? No, she was in, I know you're saying she was in the chat, but is this what she's saying? Oh, for fuck's sake. See how I'm lost? She's not saying that? I'm confused.
For that, I have him listening to that as well.
But does it come from you or does it come from Jordan's account?
No, it comes from me.
How can Jordan put it in there if it comes from you?
What's the voice note? Where's this voice note? Send it to me.
He fabricated a lot of stuff because he deleted the messages he sent in the group chat. So he sent so much, but he deleted so much.
So who was in the group chat before when it was just you and Jordan?
Oh, Jordan created the group chat, so he was the one that made the whole thing.
What, and then added 10-year-olds into it?
Yeah, he did that, yeah.
What, after you had left the group chat?
No, before.
So there were 10-year-olds in there when you sent the messages?
Yes.
Right. So you said there wasn't at the start, so there was.
It wasn't confirmed, okay?
Okay, alright, okay. Well, you need to be honest, Elphaba, because otherwise if you keep doing that, people are going to think you're a liar. Do you understand?
Of course, yeah. No, it wasn't confirmed. That's why there was no further action.
Okay, can I say one thing? I'm not like, what was the voice note? What did it entail?
Well, the thing is, a lot of it was a joke.
I'll watch him in a minute. Give me a sec.
A lot of it was jokes, and a lot of it was, right, I'm very drunk, so I need to explain this to you sober, to be honest, because I'm in a drug position right now, and you have to understand that. I'd rather talk to you privately about this, because I don't want to be talking about this publicly, because I have a case going on.
Right, okay, that's it.
So basically,
okay, let's just, I'm lost. I'm just confused, sorry, guys. Right.
A little Deirdre had passed away. Now again, like morning, Mandalove, afternoon, even. I keep saying morning. Dangerous, Brian. So, I'm good, thank you, just watching. I can't really see the screen proper, so don't think I'm being ignorant. The sun's in my eyes. So, my little Deirdre passed away, right? So, not only did I have to navigate myself around the shock of it, because obviously I wasn't expecting it. Like, obviously I knew she was old, and like, I didn't have forever with her. But I'd gone downstairs and she'd passed away. Hold on. Look at them both. One sec. Look at them both. They're both on morning patrol. So, that was that. In fact, what I'm going to do is, Richard, come here. Stop trying to jump over the wall. They've just been for a finger spin when they're blocking the new seat. So, what I want someone to do is... Hello, loves. Thank you, Bells. What I want someone to do is I want someone to request a box and tell me what they think has happened. So, Ricky has said that I was off my head and I was on a come down and the kittens was meowing and I'd unalive them. I mean... it's not me that gets accused of unaliving a small
Guys,
child.
do you think this is a storyline?
Contrary to belief, if what they say is true. I mean, I'm not here to cast aspersions. Richmond, I'm not here to cast aspersions.
You do, your thing is a storyline.
Say about you. Just remember what they say about you, hon. And as for that, when Joe and Ronnie said that about Claire's Law, and obviously I pulled them up and I said, don't ever say that if it's not thing, if you've not got proof for it. But then someone else, because this is the finger, this is a joy of the internet. So straight away after that, I was tagged in a video from someone. And it was Worth Fran saying about that you beat every girlfriend that you've ever had up. Now again, we've seen what you like with her and the way that you speak to Talia. And again, thank you everyone.
I don't think there's a storyline.
So again, like I said, I thought that she needed a friend, but you know what? She's just as poisonous as you. You two made the perfect couple because you'd absolutely ruin another. You would do. And Talia, you also told me, as well as Luke and all of them, you've got pictures on your phone of that kid in bed with Chelsea. Yes, you did. And you said that you was going to upload it if she didn't join the arc, didn't you?
Oh, my
didn't you?
God.
Didn't you, love? So anyway, what I'm not going to do is give them things, a proper back and forth because it's desperate for it now. What he's doing is, again, because Talia, she's got something about her. I do like Talia. But, well, I don't, but I do. You know what I mean? So, Talia's got something about her. And he's... Richmond! Stop trying... Richmond! Get down. He is trying to absolutely drag her down because he could never, ever, ever get a platform because there's just nothing about him. There is nothing about him whatsoever. Right? Now... That being said, you saw him when DG was on, when it was Scram with Dan, spamming for the box. Box, 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 box. You don't love her. You've never loved her. You have never, ever, ever loved her. You don't love anyone. You're clinging on to something, some kind of fame, which you're never going to get. Like when you go on, you sit there doing your boot camps on a Monday for the arc, what you asked me to do. And you also asked me if I'd manage for you as well, didn't you? So, you sit there going, I had a massive platform, I did this, there was no platform bigger than mine. Can you say hello, everyone? So, again, you never had a big platform. You've never made money from it. And again, when he went to me the other day, 1 second. So, he went to me. How much money have you made off TikTok? Which is fuck all to do with him anyway. But I told him I'd made 40 grand. Now that was off one account. So what he's done is he's thought that I had 40 grand. Now I've got more than that in my savings anyway. So I've been on 40% in the 40% tax bracket for I don't know how many years. So Richmond. So he then said the other day, didn't he? Finger. You only made 40 grand. Luke's got more money than you. Luke's got this, Luke's got that, didn't he? Hello, everyone. So, that's why I uploaded that. So far this year, just my spends alone are £73,000. Richmond. And that's not including my savings. But again, I don't need to answer to anyone, but just so you know, that if I was on 40 grand a year, it's still more than minimum wage. It's still a lot of money. It's still a lot more than you. Because don't forget, when Talia rang me crying because they got a fine, which they could never prove it was actually for me, so they never showed proper proof, right? But she was near enough crying, going, oh my God, it's going to cripple us. It's going to cripple us. So then they couldn't afford to pay Dave and Beth. So what they did then is they outed them to Richmond, if you jump over that wall and get run over, don't cry to me. I ain't taking it vets. Fucking done my time with dead animals. Richmond, come here. 1 second, loves. Richmond, get here. She's trying to jump over the wall. Now, that being said, she was like near crying, going, oh my God, it's going to cripple us. Let me go and sit inside with these. Keep trying to jump over the wall. And going, come on. And going, oh my God, it's going to cripple us. It's going to cripple us. Well, a £3,000 fine. Well, $3,000. So what's that? That's about £2,300, ain't it? So it's not even £3,000. £1,000. 1 second, let me connect.
I want to go into my other phone. Right, it's saying to end. I don't want to end it.
Again, I was the only person in that agency that did well. That actually did well, because the rest of them, they're all not. I mean, it comes to something when you've got to get a nonce on your books. What's it called? What's that nonce called? Mateo, or whatever. What was he called when he was out for a nonce? Well, he's with them as well. It's okay. Hi, Angela. So, Richmond, come here. So, I mean, that just shows you where their morals are. But again. So, Dimitri, that's it, Effie. It's 8.1. Exactly, and Pally with Orion. Orion has also been outed for talking sexually to children multiple times. Now, it doesn't matter about Ricky's ex-girlfriends. His own cousins, his family, family. Like Luke and fucking Fran. Family, because that's what matters. It was Fran that actually outed him for beating his ex-girlfriends up. That's where the Claire's laws come from, because he is actually on that. And, well, we all know what it's like anyway, because Talia's frightened to death of him. She's frightened to death of him. Anyway, so I'm digressing. So I had to take Deirdre to be cremated. Now, again, I didn't just do like the cheap vet things or anything, because my animals mean the world to me. So I took her to a private place. It was very, very, very expensive. Very expensive, yeah? They got the money off Aunt Sally to pay the fine. Thank you, Aileen. So, I took Deirdre there. Now, from what I gather is, and again, it is actually because my house has got cameras, so there's cameras in every room. So if I wanted to, I could show you the footage, but I'm not going to, because why do we need to? And it's just distressing. So, hello, baby. So, what happened is, the gardeners was in the front garden trimming my bush. Tell that anyway you will. So, what I think they've done is, because they've heard them, they've burst through the gate, so they pushed it at the bottom. So again, thank you, Nikki. So again, how these people are like, oh no, small dogs couldn't do this. Well, they are. Now again, Ricky, because I come in, and again, it was my remit to go live because he needed money because he's skin all the time. So I was fucking fully crashing out, and I said, we're getting rid of the dogs. So if you do look on my story, you'll see the message there where he's trying to get Richmond off me, because I said that they were both going. Hi, my Connie love. Now, that being said, the Ratters Dachshunds, that's what they're bred for. So they're used to going down holes.
Sorry,
again,
guys.
What they've done is they've broken through the gate, and then they've had a pen in the living room. Don't start sending me them, Levi, love. I'm not in the mood.
You're so big, I'm stinky and smelly, 'cause you're a little slutty.
So, they had a pen in the living room, that fabric one. So what they've done is they burst through that, they've burst through the actual zip of it, and then they've got them, right? So, unfortunately, I wasn't here, because again, I was taking Deirdre to be cremated. Now, they've got in, and
we'll
what
get
they've
back to
done
FYP
is, I know they've killed them, but it's not that they've hurt. They've hurt them, if you will. But what they've done is they've played with them. So if they wanted to, they could have They could have decapitated them. They could have ripped them from limb to limb. Right? Thank you, Levi. They could have ripped them from limb to limb. Oh, get down. Little bastard. I'm caught in trying piss. So, they didn't do that. So they've just shook them, whatever it's called. They've just shook them, and that's how they've died again. There was, obviously, I didn't look at them, so my cousin and Tanya, they come in, Rebecca and Tanya come in, and then they sorted them, and like they took them, and then they did the lavender tree with them. So, again, they could have vet them if they wanted to, right? They could have vet them if they wanted to, but they didn't. They was playing with them, and I'd gone in, and I'd seen, because my rug had moved in the living room, and I'd seen one of the kittens there, so I was like, what the fuck? And then I've gone in, and Linda's like besides herself, she's like frantically panting, and she's licking them. So obviously, she's been trying to like revive them, I'm guessing. So there's nothing with them. I know Richmond's a bastard, but it's my bastard. And Linda, there's no harm in them. Like, they've never been aggressive to anyone. Like Deirdre, she'd fuck you right up. But with them, there's no aggression, and that's why I know full well that they've obviously not done it like with out of malice and trying to like be vicious. So not only did I have to come walking in, and again, I did it very, very like, obviously people like Ricky, they could never come walking in. I had my Louis Vuitton sunglasses on, I had my Versace dressing gown on, and my Gucci sliders. Like, obviously, he has to wear fake things, and if what I'm believing is, he had to pay his last fine from Aunt Sally. So foxes don't come, they're in the woods, because obviously there's a woods in front of mine, but we don't get foxes really. One sec. I will say, so if Angela's come to me, I've just received a message that Jen Hoskins is in Angela's chat. So what I will do is, if you want to come over here, Jen, I'll allow you into the box, right? 1 second. Where's this Eleanor person? Do not be muting anyone. Where are they? Can you add that Eleanor to the box, please? Can you add that Eleanor to the box, please? So what I would like to do, thank you, Lydia. What I would like you to do is, I'd like you to tell me what you think.
I've got a Jen. That wouldn't be it. I've got a Jen.
I would like you.
Let me add this Jenna. Is this who he's talking about? Oh, Jen Hoskins. So this isn't it, Jenna.
Said that I've come down off my head and they've been meowing so I'm gonna live them. But then again, it's not like me for to do that. But again, there are rumours out there that you knocked a kid out of her. Am I right? Why did you get so triggered? Hi, Ronan. Why did you get so triggered? So everyone that knows me knows full well my animals are the best looked after. They was 3 weeks old.
Listen, there's no way, right, that Tally would stay with a man that has done that. I can guarantee you that. You know, yes, there's a rumour from CA, and remember she lives in Canada, and it's not a rumour, guys, it's the shit that CA is coming out with. It's not a rumour, it's just one woman that said it, but we all know she's a liar, because she lies all the time, this woman.
So people...
it wasn't her, what am I talking about? It wasn't CA, it was that Rachel woman, yeah.
Other people now. The reason as to why I didn't bring it to the app is because
no woman would stay with a man like that. You know, use your nod.
I don't believe you deleted them. Deleted. No.
I don't know who Jen is. Who's Jen?
So, with them, it shows what kind of person they are. I mean, Talia said to me after Lent, and obviously she didn't do Lent anyway, but her being a Christian, she kept saying to me, oh, we're going to meet up and we'll get some bags, saying that we'll go on holiday and we'll get on the sniff, because they're both sniff heads, thank you, Andrew, they're both very bad sniff heads. So she
can get in the box if she wants this, Jen.
So I know that you're on a timer. so your messages delete after. Thank you, Jack. So your messages, they delete after time. But again, like I said, creator-wise, thank you, Jack. Creator-wise, I'd never, ever, ever, ever trust any of them. So I print screened them all. Every phone call we've ever had. And do you remember when you got Nathan to call me, Ricky? Do you remember when you got Nathan to call me? Thanks, Jack. When you got Nathan to call me, it turns out that he knows who I am. And then you both apologised to me. And you kept saying to me, don't record this call, don't record this call, don't record it. I don't give my consent.
Oh,
I still recorded it, didn't I, Ricky? So I will play that. I will play that, love. Now again, off the back of that and off the back of everything that Pearl says, now the man's already outed his name because I wasn't going to give his name, but you've been messaging Bri as well, haven't you, Ricky? You've been messaging him, asking him to get a hotel with you. You've been sending him explicit videos without consent as well. Now, when men do the helicopter, they tend to do it on flop because obviously they've got a really big willy, so they can do it on flop. Yours was erect, wasn't it, when you did it, so it looked a bit bigger. Imagine.
No, this is definitely not a storyline as to what some of you thought at the beginning.
No,
you know what I mean?
Thank you, Indigo, babe. So again,
if you want the box, put in the comments. What did he say?
My last animal died at nearly 15 years old.
I didn't hear. What did he say, guys? Angie, Jesus. What? I didn't hear it. What happened?
If you.
What?
And that happened, how would you?
Proof of what?
Manifest yourself around that.
Restart. Guys, what happened? What happened?
How would you manifest?
I heard something about a helicopter. Talking actually. We'll have to restart. I'm not restarting.
The animal, the kittens, they was all going to my friends.
I don't care if I get banned. I get
so
banned.
It wasn't even, like, I wasn't even going to sell them. Now, again, so my godson and goddaughter, they're having a kitten. So obviously I've not told them that they fingered, that they passed away. So next week or the week after, I'll be buying them their own kitten, and I'm just going to pretend that it's one of mine, so they're not upset.
Let me know if you want the box, guys, in the comments.
My name's Moderate. I've done it now, I think. Make sure they're locked away properly. So there was a gate there, and the kittens was in a pen.
He's quite confident that, well, you know, with what he's saying, he's got balls, you know what I mean, to come out of the shit he's coming out with. And that's because people don't know where he lives. I'm just wondering.
I can see.
I don't know how he can actually go outside and bloody, do you know what I mean, with the stuff he has said. So I'm just wondering, is it because people don't know where he lives? And listen, I'm not encouraging people, for fuck's sake, to go to his house. I'm not doing that. But he you know, I don't know. He goes out and about, and I'm surprised no one approaches him. Yeah, but that's my question. Is it because people don't know where he lives? I mean, they've done his windows, yeah, but has he moved since then? That's my question to you.
And you've got that to the side.
Is that why he's doing what he's doing?
Top. I've never seen a man with such a womanly figure. He has got childbearing hips, yes. And and one thing as well, what I will say, please trim your pubes.
12K to number 2, please, guys. 12K.
That was ridiculous. I've never seen it. You look like your fucking finger. You look like you were sat on Bob Marley's fucking shoulders, love.
Freedom of speech, absolutely. However, it's not freedom of speech when it's a hate speech. You know what I mean? I've always said freedom of speech as long as you don't cite hate. It's kind of past that, is it? How you know, you can't sit there and say the worst about someone and say, well, freedom of speech. You know, it depends what you say in that freedom of speech. I mean, you can't slur, you know, and say, oh, what's freedom of speech?
Oh, shit. Oh, I didn't mean to accident.
You added me, you little bitch. How are you?
Yeah, you've just said, thinking you just requested me a box. You okay?
Yeah, I'm alright. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm not bad.
So you just said that me and you were talking when we were in Uppersock?
What?
When I went you just said... I thought for sure it was him we were chatting to. Yeah, we probably were. Are you alright? My mates are here.
Well, page number 2, guys. Let's go.
She's overstimulating me. Over chancing. So, yeah. So, Richard sits in the corner. Now, again, we won't do the old RP. And like I said, I'll let someone else out them. I think they'll take more pleasure with it. But if they don't want to, I'll do it myself. So, yeah. Imagine sending a GAY man 3 videos you sent him, didn't you? And you was asking him to rate it and saying, isn't it big? Now again, ladies, you can all agree with me here. Like I just said, when a man helicopters, it's usually on flop, and that's because it's massive. He's went to a proper straining with it, and that's obviously because it was as high as it can get. Probably off the rugs as well, like on a come down. So most GAY men that are in the closet, what they tend to do is they tend to get off the heads, and it's more so when they're in a come down that they want men. And it's obviously at the back of the mind there, because obviously when you have substances like that, it unlocks part of your brain, right? So that's who you really are. That's who you really are. So,
because but Winifred's no better, don't trust her.
The videos and the messages, yes, come down home. The videos and the messages, they suggest that. So this is my interpretation, because one would suggest if you are asking a GAY man to get a hotel room and you've sent him 3 videos, 3, not just one. So you couldn't say it was an accident anyway, but you sent 3 videos. So again, if they want to say that I'm lying, they can say that I'm lying. Now, I'll obviously, because you can't show things like that on here anywhere. You can't show things like that because it's against community guidelines, and you most certainly shouldn't be sending them without consent anywhere. You shouldn't be sending them. Hello, JP, love. You most certainly
that Gingy, yeah, look, this is this one. Oh, so you can't even see it. Sorry, guys. I haven't got the box on.
So,
what are they using? Look, this is this woman here, look.
Things out.
Can you see her?
Or they will, even.
Where is she gone?
So, yeah.
There she is, look. You see?
Imagine.
She's everywhere, that Gingy.
No,
J-E-E. Let me get her profile up for you.
M-A-N. The man that you sent them to.
This woman, always in CA's, always got something to say.
But he didn't.
Yeah.
So what he'll do now is he's going to report that to the police. Because again, you can't just be sending stuff like that, love. You can't be sending it. So yeah. Thank you, Darth Vader. Love that name. So we go. I've got my first restriction, love. So, thank you, Honey Badger. Just imagine, right? Just imagine you're riding hard for a man that's draining you financially, spiritually, morally. Again, it showed you what kind of person he was when he was spamming the chat. Box. Thank you, Sandlove. So that's all you are. Yeah. I'm a closeted GAY man. I do think that you... No one who's trying to get arrested. Thank you, mate. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Sandra. So, because you are a wrong 'un as well, you don't know where the lines are crossed. So I do believe you've also been sending Luke pictures as well, because that would explain it. So I do think you are sexting your own cousin. Yeah. I think you're a little weird, Mum.
Who's he talking about now? Is he still talking about Big Star or someone else?
I love you, Dan. I love you. I love you.
Who's he talking about now, guys?
You're a good-looking guy. You're this, you're that, the other. So I do believe that you wanted to shag me as well. Now, you can say one thing about me, but Popular 911. I'm near on the populars. Can you put me on the populars, please, love? So, I'm just having some sweets. So, what he did, thank you, Rich, thank you, Fair. Thank you, everyone. So, again, that's one of the things he did. So, I don't like DJ.
Guys, we are, 1 sec.
To be honest, I never have. The reason why I don't like
8K, we're just 8K to number 2.
So, when he did that with EQ.
Can we get the Harmison, please?
When he did that with EQ and was listening to her having smacks, that's when I decided it wasn't for me.
Thank you.
Yeah, he asked me to go on the show, right? And then decided, and then he did that live and just slated me anyway. So Ricky was saying, you're on the next Grand with Dan, you're on the next one. I said, I don't care. I'm not going on. Thank you, Laura. Like, I don't want to. I don't need to. Like, that's fine, right? So he's like, we're on the next one, we're on the next one. And he can't get over it. Like, it's never going to be anything. Like, it makes next to fuck all. But what he was saying to me is, go and show tally of support. So again, I don't like DG, so I'm not going to be gifting anyone when they're in a box. Now again, if I want to gift fucking CA a whale, like it was on sort of Wales, what, about 20 quid, something like that. So, I mean, it's nothing for me anyway. And then when I gift Puddle Duck, for instance, when I sent her a unit, or when I sent Corey a lion and stuff like that, right? Then they think that they're getting it as well. So it's like, go and support. And now, if you remember, I got everyone to go over to DG's chat and spam when she was looking stressed, right? So she weren't looking at the screen anyway. And I think I give one money GUN, which is, what, £5. Thank you, Snowy Love. Snowy and Dolphins in the chat. So, hello, Sasa. So. That's all I'd give, because obviously DG gets the fucking lion's share of it. But again,
guys, I'm going to go wee again and saw this water I'm drinking. I drink 2 litres a day. I'll be back.
If I want to send Corey my fucking council tax money, I will do what I want. And I'll gift whoever I want, when I want. I don't need to be told off anyone, right? I do not need to be told off anyone what I should do. So that being said, gay boy, fuck yourself. And by that I mean with that dildo that you've got, because you do have toys, don't you? That's why you're up all of the time, all like early hours of the morning, because of you two. What? Do you want to go B&Q?
B&Q, yeah.
How much do you need?
Similar times then, obviously did they have a gap between them? Are you using white?
I
don't know what you do. Would you not use a brown on them ones?
A what?
Would you not use a brown graph on them?
Well, get a brown if you want.
Oh, he's been saying.
Yeah, are you taking my car or yours?
If you want the box, let me know in the comments, guys.
I'm not too sure.
Let me know. Guys, if you want the box, let me know in the comments.
You can take mine then. How much do you need? If that burger van's open, will you get me a burger with onions and chili sauce? It's outside of B&Q. Are you taking your car? Yeah. Don't forget my burger, I'm starving. So yeah. No.
Finger fly
One
through
thing
my
as
water.
well. So me being a GAY man.
Get out of here.
Sometimes people take substances, don't they?
Get out. Bloody
You
is
know,
it
one that
harassing
you
me, this bloody fly? Stop it.
Can anyone tell me that? Can anyone tell me what GAY people sniff?
I'm still winning my
Tell me. Anyone? Anyone? Can you tell me? There we go. Why do GAY men take that? Why do they do it?
What are they, guys? I think
Because it relaxes.
Are they
something in you.
balloons? I'm not sure. What are they?
It relaxes you, doesn't it? It relaxes you. Now, that being said, who... Oh, God. Oh, look at the state of it.
Oh. I don't know anything about rugs, guys.
Oh. So...
I don't know. They inhale those balloons, don't they?
The be all and end all is that it loosens your hold. It loosens your hold, doesn't it? So that means you can have a really, really, really good pounding, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Now, do you remember when he went live, when he was on camera, trying to
How
show
does it do that?
his,
Do you put it up your bedside?
collarbones again, trying to show that it's not a fat pig of a cum. And do you remember when the poppers was in the background? Oh. Can someone tell Rice Cakes, because I do know that she likes pegging, so there is a man on here that
I don't have a clue.
you'd actually pay for that. So you could probably get yourself some financial gain there, Rice Cakes. In that office, what they've got, that studio where the walls are damp as fuck, it's just rotten to the core, like literally rotten to the core, like falling to bits. Oh, Brian May. So they don't even speak to Brian May. So my friend, his son, is obsessed with Queen, right? And obviously when I joined the Ark, when I used to believe what they said, when I joined the Ark, I said to them, to tell you, can you get me Brian May's autograph for Charlie? Because he's a big fan. And she can't even do that. The account, what he has on here with the blue tick, you know what she uses all the time. So that account is them, so it's not him himself. He doesn't really know anything about it. He doesn't understand TikTok. He doesn't know TikTok. So that is for their whole ego being boost. Now, one thing, again, what I just want to share with you, Talia is very, 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 very fond of a lot of homophobic slurs. One of them being about HIV. She says that quite often. Now, Brian May himself was part of Queen. Yeah? So, he was a guitarist. So, it was fronted by Freddie.
What was the day yesterday?
Wasn't it?
Sorry.
Now, Freddie himself, he died of AIDS, didn't he? Do you remember? He died of AIDS. Now, Brian May works with multiple charities. Now, he's also affiliated with Talia. He's affiliated with Talia. Now, they use that account, so as far as we're concerned, that is Brian May on that account. So all of the comments that they've left will have a detrimental effect to Brian May and the charities that he does support. So if you would all like to have a look at Brian May, search him and search the charities, what he supports, especially the HIV one, especially that one, and maybe, just maybe, you can send the videos to him. Maybe. Like, that's a good point, actually. So, we could actually send that to the newspapers. Yes, 1 sec. Been told I've got to put my face on. I look like shit today because I'm very, very rough. Hello, loves. I've not even got
Why does he have to put his face on? Why?
Is it going to be a rose? What's it going to be? Thank you, Shelley. What's it going to be? Oh, I'm not. I feel like shit today. Oh. I'm so rough. I've not done my beard or anything. I go on holiday next week. So, I still look cute. Mine and Sean's finger. Mine and Sean's t-shirts haven't come yet. God, I'm sorry. So, Nick came to me and I told her. Together we are. Thank you, my Sue. Thank you, Sue. We love Sue. Sue and a universe in the chat, loves. Sue and a universe. Now, that would have gone all around the UK, that. So it would have come up. Toxic sign Sue sent Toxic Dan a universe. Sue. Yes. Going forward, that is going to be her name. From this day forward, she will be known as Sooniverse. Sooniverse, yes. Thank you, my Sue.
Sue? Who the hell is Sue? I'm just a nosy bitch. She's got a picture up. Who's she following? It's on private. How do you know she's loaded?
You say, you'll have a little kiss. So, yeah, I don't really know. Oh.
I'm nosy.
Sorry, loves. I'm just kicking my box back under my dressing table. It's just some
trying to see if she's a, yeah, I assume she's a hater, yeah.
So, I don't know, really. Hold on, actually.
No
Let me go and get the iPad. 1 sec, babes. We do. Soon.
I haven't followed Sue.
Sooniverse.
Someone's put Angie's following Sue, I'm not.
Can someone send me... Oh, I think it is. Oh, my 98 on the dailies. Sue's checking. No one, listen. With my little toxics, none of them can steal them because they belong to me.
I'm not stealing her and I haven't followed her.
Get in there. Get him. 1 sec.
I've just seen if she was a hater.
Good girl. I'd seen a thing yesterday. Today, sorry. Let me shut this gate so they don't come through and kill me. Someone called Linda in Richmond the murder mutts. The murder mutts. The murder mutts, loves. You're a little slutty mingy. You're a little slutty mingy. You're so big and stinky and smelly, 'cause you're a little slutty. So again, my animals.
I see that Indigo is still in there. Look, Gucci.
I know that he doesn't bath that.
And listen, like I said, and it's fine, but I don't know. It's just because he has said something, you know, he has said a lot of shit, and I mean, listen, I battled Dan. I sit with Dan. I have sat with him and I have battled him. I don't know though, but they sit there and gift when he says these things, and I don't think that's right. Do you know what I mean? Not at that at the time where he's saying shit like that. It's weird.
If anything, it's just showing him again.
But look in that Indigo Moon. Look, is she there?
All of the messages what he sent me, where he's kicking off.
She's blocked me, but there's Indigo Moon.
Keep up to date with your payments because you are overdue on that as well, so you probably will get a fine. But they've been sent in anyway, so they've gone to Ofcom. So you probably will get a finger. You probably will get a big fine. In fact, you probably get shut down.
Put your mouth around it. Put your mouth.
Thank you, Margaret Thatcher.
There's Briggy that calls out every other. Listen. I'm not saying. Listen, like I said, I have set up Dan battle absolutely. But however, this is a woman that calls out everyone else's shit. She does call out everyone's shit and everyone's behaviour. She did it when I was on the Come Dine with me.
Thank you, Samantha.
Brexit says TD is enemy number one, and this is just the beginning.
Scumbag. I ain't fucking started with you. One minute. So again, imagine, right? So when he goes, I've got money, I can do this, I can do that. Imagine being a straight, what he deems a
Hey,
straight.
Gypsy Italia, you're right.
Still, it was Gigi.
I'm friends of who, Michelle?
Now, imagine ringing people up and saying, will you threaten this man for me, this GAY man? I mean, you lost your money last time, didn't you? Thank you, Donna and Buffett. Exit, yes, Danielle. Anyone that has those big, long fucking lights, what do they call them? What do they call them lights? Them long ones, them strip lights. They went out with the ark. They went out with the ark. That just, it says it all. I'm really big on my lights. We've got that one there. The little drinks trolley there. But I'm very big with lights. Like, I don't like your box standard lights. It's very telling on someone. It's very, very telling on someone. Anyway.
Full energy that goes into you, Danny. Because everyone else is being put on the stage. My old energy goes into you, Daniel. Nobody else but you. You're in the middle of one, you freak.
Why you so obsessed with me, Ricky? I wanna know. Dreaming that you're sexing me cause you are down low. Thank you, Anxious.
Exactly, Fred. How are you? You fucking absolutely wrong. This is just the beginning, you fucking wrong. Right, guys, I'm going to an hour. I'm right, pissed off. Alright.
I guarantee you he asked everyone to follow him. Like when he said that, I've got 3,000 followers on my new account. That's magnificent. Honey, you're your own biggest fan. You're your own biggest fan. Guys, there's a treasure chest in Angie's if you want to take a coin and thank her for it.
Yes, trigger warning, guys. This is a video because I know that what was said about Dan's kittens. It says here. Rosa says Dan's kittens have.
He didn't fall off, Vicky, because that meant he would have fell on. He's never been on.
Been unalived. He says Dan told him his dog did it, but he doesn't believe it.
I just listened to the conversation. Rather than get rid of Richmond, can I have him? That's what he said. So he'd heard me and Talia on the phone. Talia was like she was comforting. I don't mind her. When she does finally get rid of Gay Boy, then we'll be friends again. But there he is wanting to buy the dog off me. That is at 10:44. So that was straight after the phone call. So they was ringing my phone, me going, oh, you're this or that, no, do this, do that. Now, straight away, he's trying to get the dog off me. Hello, baby pal. Says it all, really, don't it?
I'm a bit lost, right? So, Ricky wanted the dog. So, Rick's wanted the dog.
I didn't know what to say because I knew full well what they'd do is because obviously I was still trying to navigate around Daydream.
So Dan was going to get rid of him, yeah? Exactly. Why was he going to get rid of him?
Yeah, so as for me watching, no, I wasn't.